Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. I have been receiving a few inboxes lately, well, quite a bit, in regards to, a Q&A session, allowing people to ask me questions. I know I didn't give sufficient amount of time for people to um, mark off their calendar for today, but if I don't get a lot of questions, then I will end this quicker than usual. Um, I should have planned this since Monday, but I didn't. I kind of did it last minute. Gave you guys at least a day in advance, but I should have did this a little bit longer. I know everybody has things to do today, but I wanted to give some people a chance to ask me questions, and I definitely address any questions that you may have, or even any ideas for future shows. I'm willing to listen to you guys as well. I will drop the link if anybody wanted to come on to the panel and ask questions that way too. I'm cool with that. But I hope everyone has been doing well. I know that some people asked me about the video I just posted the other day in regards to the woman who did the pregnancy test and made it look like she was pregnant. I don't know who that person was personally, but that was sent to me. Um, and my take on that is, like I said, fellas, be careful. Women are trying to find ways to trick you into thinking that they're pregnant when they're not. Women have been doing that for a long time. And now that they're pulling Plan B off the shelves, you guys really have to be careful who you take home. Everyone is looking for a come up, some way. Some people are looking the right way to do it, and other people are looking for the wrong way to do it. Scams are at an all-time high right now, especially with people not wanting to work. So the secondary thing for them is to see who they can scam. So, like I said, those pregnancy scams have been going on for many, many years. And I'm just shocked that a lot of people are not getting killed over it, because you're ruining someone's life telling them that you're pregnant, especially if they send you money to terminate, and you don't do that because you were never pregnant anyway, and they find out that they got scammed. People don't play with their money. So all I'm saying, ladies, is be careful who you out here tricking, because a lot of these guys are from the gutter and they have no problem with adding you to the hit list. It's not worth it. Get a job, find another way to hustle, but don't scam. Um, Okay, so you said, can I do a show about the man who has 33 kids? You're gonna have to send me that. I never heard of this man that had 33 kids. Nick Cannon. You know what? I am gonna do a show on Nick Cannon. Yeah, I don't think he's any different than the Futures and the Chief Keefs who have multiple baby mamas. Let's not forget, Nick Cannon is spreading his seed all over the world. I get that, but he is nowhere near Chief Keef status with 10 and 10. So I really don't see him as being higher than those guys, because Chief Keef has 10 kids by 10 women, and I believe Future has 9 by 9. I think they have him both beat. So Nick Cannon is nowhere near their level. I think Nick Cannon has like what? He's on baby mama number 4 or 5. Until he gets closer to them, he's really not worth a show, but we know what he's doing. He said that he doesn't have long to live, so he's out here getting as many women as he wants pregnant. The show wouldn't be about Nick Cannon mostly. It'd be about the women who are sleeping with Nick Cannon. Those are the women I'm going to hold accountable, because we all know who Nick Cannon is. We've all seen Nick Cannon on TV, right? Nobody can say they don't know who he is. So these women all know what his motive is, to just pump and dump, and they're still opening their legs to him and having more bastard kids. So when are we going to hold these women accountable? They're saying that child support is more important than a father in the household, because there's no way Nick Cannon can be at 20 places at once, right? So these women don't give a fuck about having a father in the household. It's those big fat child support checks they got coming. So let's talk about the women who are fucking with Nick Cannon. At what point do women use their brains and say, you know what? I'm not going to be baby mama number 4. So at the end of the day, women are just as ruthless as Nick Cannon, because they know his motive. They know he does not want to settle down. They know he just wants to fuck, inject his sperm in you, and then keep moving. And they're okay with it. So let's ask ourselves why these women are comfortable with having bastard babies with men they know are not going to stick around. Because money should not be the replacement for a father. But to these women, that's more important than having a father in the household. And we need to see why that is the case on that end. So if anything, we can talk about Nick Cannon all day, but it's not like he ain't telling these hoes what it is. Right? So accountability. It's very disgusting. A lot of women think that child support is more important. I don't have to work anymore if I fuck a celebrity and he gets me pregnant, right? I can get 15, 20K a month, depending on what state and who your judge is, right? So these women, that's their mentality. So yes, I say Nick Cannon, he's reckless, but he's telling you up front that he ain't no good. I'm reckless. I don't want to stay in the house. I'm gonna move on to the next broad, get her pregnant, move on to the next broad, get her pregnant. Let's ask ourselves why these women are accepting that. Because ain't no smart woman in the world that cares about two people under a house gonna sit there and open her legs up to a man who is recklessly having kids. Because no matter how many kids Nick Cannon has, when it's time for him to go home with the Lord, that money's not going to last for all of those kids. The only two kids that are safe are the ones he had with Mariah Carey. Because we know Mariah Carey's a millionaire, right? But the rest of those kids that he's having with these IG models, they're doomed. Because he doesn't have enough money for 18 years for each one of those kids. Nick Cannon's making money, but he's not worth what you guys think he's worth. So at the end of the day, I think what he's doing is reckless, but I think it's more reckless of the women who are saying, yeah, I'm still going to sleep with the man and let him raw dog me, right? So again, I'm more upset with the women, just like with Chief Keef. Why does Chief Keef have 10 baby mamas? Ask yourself that. Why? You don't think any of those women knew who Chief Keef was? None of them knew that he's a hoe. None of them know that he doesn't settle down. None of them know that he keeps having bastard babies, right? They know who this man is. How does one man have 10 baby mamas? Those are 10 dumbass women. The first one, I'm not going to count her. But the other 9, dumbass women. I tell these women every day how he treats the women that he was with before you. It matters. Do your research. Y'all keep thinking y'all coochie is made of 24 karat gold. It's not. Your coochie is no different than the next person's coochie. Real talk. That's why Chief Keef has 10 baby mamas. That's a lot of coochie, right? And he didn't stick around for none of those women. He is not with any of those baby mamas. That right there is more concerning than what Nick Cannon's doing. Because Chief Keef ain't had a hit since when? At least Nick Cannon is still working, right? Chief Keef, when was his last hit? Anybody? Anybody? And let's not forget that his second child came from a woman in her 40s. And he was still a teenager. Let's talk about that. But no one wants to talk about that. We're worried about Nick Cannon. Right? There's other young guys who have had way more than him. Chief Keef is not even close to Nick Cannon's age. I don't even think he's 30 yet. What is he, 28, 29? With 10 baby mamas? And nobody's worried about that. That would be my biggest concern. And why these older women are sleeping with this young guy, having a kid. So again, I mean, like I said, it all goes back to the women because they know who they're getting with and they still choose to sleep with him. Future, he's a hoe too, but he has not denied being a hoe, right? So ask yourself why all 9 of those women still had bastard babies with him. I mean, Lori Harvey fucked Future for 2 years. She didn't have no baby with him. It was a choice for those other women, right? So again, you can choose to have a bastard baby by a no good ass man, or you can just let him spend money on you, and then you move on to the next dick. That's what Lori did. That's what that rapper did that he was with. 2 women that didn't have a kid. I'm surprised China didn't have no kid by him. Black China was with him too. I was shocked. All I'm saying is we have to also ask why these women are okay with sleeping with men who they know are not going to stick around because the child support outweighs having a dad in the household. That is the new come up. Why should I get a 9-to-5 job when I can fuck a Nick Cannon or fuck a Future and get $20,000 a month? That is the mentality of these women. Deadbeat moms. That's what I call them. Wait, Chief Keef is 26? Oh my gosh. 26 years old with 10 baby mamas. I think that's far worse than Nick Cannon's situation. What y'all think? At least Nick Cannon was married to Mariah when he had the twins. I give him that. So I'm not going to hold him accountable there. What he's doing now is reckless. But at least the man is working and providing. But what makes me mad is that he's not sticking around with any of these women. He's just spreading his seed all the way out, but the money will not last. It costs a lot of money to have a kid. And these women that he's fucking right now are not Mariah Carey. They are IG models who are probably not even working, right? So that's why I'm upset with Nick on that end. It ain't like he's out there not working. Right now, while he's alive, I'm sure he's giving them money for each kid. But it does not replace the time. Kids need your time. Fuck the money. They need your time. Imagine having a kid saying, I don't even remember who my dad was because he was never around. One man can be spread out over 5 kids. It's impossible. And work. Let's not forget Nick Cannon does have multiple jobs, right? So again, I mean, I'm more concerned about Chief Keef being 26 with 10 baby mamas. He's still a baby. So that would mean that he was fucking and having kids even before he became an adult. That right there is something I would be worried about. Anybody else have any questions? I'm gonna have to go. I have to scroll up and look. But yeah, to her question, we'll do a show on Nick Cannon, but not just Nick Cannon. We're gonna bring in Future, Chief Keef. I'm gonna address a lot of these men and women who like these men who have all these kids. Some women don't even want to be with a man that long. So if they know that he's rich and he has all these baby mamas, they don't mind him getting them pregnant because they know that they'll rarely see him, but they'll see that money. It really ain't got nothing to do with him. It's his money. So some women really do be allowing men to, get them pregnant because they know he won't stick around that long because he still has other baby mamas, right? And they're okay with playing their role as long as that check comes in the mail every fucking month. That's their mentality, y'all. Okay, Jalea said, why not find a man that wants to be with you, have children, provide for his household? Because they don't want the storybook life. See, a lot of women, Jalea, they want to be in control. And they know that if they can make a man, sleep with them and get them pregnant, they know they can get that check every month. They don't have to work. Some women get enough child support where they don't have to work. And let's not forget the government assistance that they get. Some women are living in these nice, luxurious apartments rent-free because of the government, because they got a kid. So not only are they getting that big child support, but the government is still supporting them as well. So why work when I could just take pictures on IG all day? Having 2 people in the household is just not the storybook fantasy for a lot of these women anymore. They don't want 2 people in the household no more. They want control. And how they usually can control a man is that child support. Oh, you want to leave? Child support. Oh, you don't want to give me the money when I ask you to? Child support. Oh, you bought her this and you didn't buy me that? Child support. That's how they do it nowadays. Child support is what they use men to control them with because they know men don't want to be on child support. That's control. So when a woman threatens a man with that, most of the times the men, they buckle down. Okay, babe, I'm sorry. All right. Because they know if they go to the child support court, they're going to side with the women 8 times out of 10. You said, don't forget Young Jock. I have to look that up. Like I said, I want to do a show because a lot of people are mad at the men, but they're acting like these men are holding guns to these women's heads. They're not. I never heard Nick Cannon held a gun to any of these women's heads and said, give me a seed now. No, these women are openly having sex with him with no condom, praying that he gets them pregnant. None of these men are holding these women at gunpoint. So why aren't we holding these women accountable? Yeah, the men are bad, but the men are already telling you what it is at the beginning. You don't get that all the time. You might get one of these guys on the street that might lie his way into some pussy, get you pregnant, you find out he got 10 baby mamas. Okay. But Nick Cannon, Chief Keef, Future, Young Jock, all of their lives are online. These women are not dumb. They live on social media. So they know who these men are. They know that they are pieces of shit, some of them, and they don't care. All you women give all these women the kudos. Oh, wow. Little Bow Wow's baby mama is also Future's baby mama. And y'all not calling her a hoe. She's a hoe. Has the baby with Future, and now she's on a yacht with Diddy. At what point do y'all hold these women accountable for being these merry-go-rounds? Y'all think it's cute. Double standards when it comes to that. It is double standards. Men don't get called hoes because men can't have babies. They can make the babies, but they can't have them. Women got to go through 9 months and almost dying. Some women go through 10 months, almost dying. And women are willing to risk that for a man that don't even want to be with you. That is crazy. I'm sorry. That's crazy. Jock has 8 kids. Okay, I'll look that up. Like I said, a lot of these men have all these kids, and these women are well aware of the kids. But yet, people want to tell us that the men are bad. Well, he shouldn't be. He needs to get a vasectomy. What does that say about the women? Y'all love coming down on the men as if they're the ones that can get pregnant. What about these women? They know Future is a pit bull with that pink thing. They know this already. Yet, you don't think little Bow Wow, his baby mama, I forgot her name. Joe, what is her name? I forgot. Is it Joey? I forgot her name. Joy. You mean to tell me she didn't know Future was a hoe? She ain't got no IG. She ain't got no Facebook. She knew Future was a hoe and became baby mama number 8. That is disgusting. And yet y'all, yeah, sis, look at that bounce back. Oh, she bounced back and got on Diddy's yacht. Bounced back and got on Diddy's yacht. The same Diddy who was fucking with Lori Harvey. The same Future that was fucking with Lori Harvey. So when you look at the circle, all these women and men are fucking each other. It's disgusting. The circle is disgusting, but no one's going to hold people accountable. I will. Y'all love to praise these women because they're pretty instead of saying that they're dumb as hell. All those IG videos and dancing, and ain't making no money. But if I have a bastard baby with Future, I'm paid for life. Come on, y'all. You mean to tell me she thought Future was going to stick around and marry her? Really, y'all? Really? The only person he almost married was Sierra. Right? Okay, BJ said they'll agree that men should be on child support whether he has the kids half the time or not, but will be against men getting split custody and not put on. Yeah, because women don't want half and half. They know if they have to split custody, most of the times you won't get child support or you won't get a lot, right? Because if you get the kid half the time, why would they give you full payment? That makes no sense. Because half the time he got him or he got her, whatever it may be. Women don't want that. And then when he gets half custody, they don't have full control no more. They want full control. So if they tell a judge, well, he has 8 other baby mamas, so why would he want this baby half the time? It's impossible for him to be around 8 kids. You're right, ma'am. Full custody to the mother. Yeah, that's the way it works. I agree. Like I said, the women, and this is the only thing that bothers me with women. Every time we see Diddy with a new broad, right? It might be, I think he's messing with the JT broad, the rapper. Is it JT? What's that girl's name he's messing with? I could be wrong with her name. He's messing with some rapper, right? They'll say that Diddy is a hoe. They'll say that Diddy is disgusting. Diddy is a man. So if a man is fucking with a bunch of women, right? He's a hoe to women. He's nasty. Look at him. Messing with woman to woman to woman. But if it's a woman like Lori Harvey, we're giving her a pass because she's pretty. She's trying to find herself. She's just exploring her options. How do we know she's having sex with these men? Like, you women are such hypocrites. Y'all mean to tell me that Lori Harvey wasn't fucking none of those men she was with? Get the fuck out of here. Nothing was free. You don't think Future could have found a girl that was better than Lori Harvey? He has been with a lot of really good-looking women. Lori Harvey was not the only one. It was just her turn. So what you women need to stop doing is thinking that it's okay for a young girl in her early 20s to have 9 sexual partners. That's a hoe. That's what that is. And I would say the same for Future, who has 9 baby mamas. He's a hoe too. But he admits that. He admits it. So you guys are sitting here acting like Lori Harvey is a princess. Ooh, she's so pretty. Oh my gosh. But she's been through all these men. Now, if Diddy was with a mother and daughter, y'all would call him a pervert. Y'all would call him disgusting. Let's not forget Lori Harvey was with Diddy and his son. And yet y'all still giving this woman praise. She will never get praise in my book for being a hoe. She's disgusting to me. I don't care how cute she is. I don't care. I will tell a woman to her face, that's nasty. You fucking with the father and the son? Had Diddy on the yacht with Steve Harvey and her mom? Like, ugh. But you was just with his son? That is disgusting. But you women would give a woman like her a pass because she's pretty. She will never get a pass for being a hoe in my book. I feel bad for Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan, oh, that's your pass, and I'm okay with it. But if he was in the same room with Future and Diddy's son, and Akon's brother and that one soccer player. She was spread out all over. Y'all forgot she was with Akon's brother before she got with Michael B. Jordan. She got done fucking with Future and was spotted all over Akon's brother. They was kissing and they went back to the hotel, according to the Shade Room. Then she pops up in love with Michael B. Jordan. So again, y'all, that is not cute. Steve Harvey's writing all these books about being a better woman, but his own fake daughter is out there being a hoe. That's why you shouldn't be buying his book. He'll tell people on the radio, oh, you messing with all these men? You got to let it breathe. You got to let it breathe. Well, you should have been telling that to your fake daughter. Because she the one that's been spread out like Jiffy Whip all over the place. Y'all got to do better. Y'all really got to do better. Let's talk about why women think it's okay to mess with all these guys. And then you get mad at people that are in your business when you made it their business, when you're posting a selfie with every guy you was with. See, ladies, if you're not sure if it's serious yet, don't post a picture. You ain't got to take a selfie with every guy you're with, especially if you're not sticking around with the guy, because it makes you look like a hot pocket. It really does. pH balance be off like a motherfucker. So if Puff is sleeping with all these women, that's Puffy being Puffy. We all know that Puff Daddy ain't gonna settle. The only woman he ever really loved was the one that passed away. Let's keep it 100. Cassie, he was just funding her lifestyle while she just sat in limbo. But let's not act like he paid for Cassie to be there. Let's not act like Diddy didn't give Cassie somewhat a career, because she couldn't sing worth shit. She was just pretty. But Diddy still did the best he could. Let's not act like Cassie didn't get a return on investment out of the relationship. She might not have gotten a ring, but she did get money and she did get hits. Let's not act like Diddy didn't do nothing for that woman. Because y'all love saying, oh, she found her husband. Diddy was toxic. Diddy didn't do shit. He didn't hold Cassie at gunpoint. Cassie's ass could have been left. Ask yourself why a few months after leaving Diddy, she's pregnant and engaged to be married. That means she had been fucking that dude way before the end of that relationship. But y'all don't do the math. Y'all think she found her husband and yay, she's happy now. Diddy didn't tell her to stay for 10 years. So again, women love pointing the finger at men, but they forget to say, you know what? Why did she stay? Diddy didn't put a gun to her head. Everybody knows Diddy's a hoe. I think Diddy go both ways, if you want to be honest, but we ain't got to go there. We ain't going to go there. But come on, guys. We ain't dumb. Like I said, a lot of women will not admit when another woman is a hot pocket. And I will. If you don't want your business out there, stop taking selfies with all the guys you're with. And women would love to say, well, how do we know they were having sex? Okay. How do we know that Diddy was having sex with these women? Oh, because he's old. Okay. No. How do we know? Because if y'all saying Diddy's out here fucking every woman he's with, he was with Lori Harvey. But on that occasion, they weren't having sex. Got it. See? That's the hypocrite shit that women do. Y'all got to stop being hypocrites. That's your problem. And when people tell you to mind your business, somebody will make a post publicly, and then when you challenge them and hit them with facts, it's mind your business. Well, if it wasn't public, we would know, right? Post it in private. How come people don't post their business in private? So don't tell anyone to mind their business if you're putting your business out there for the public. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. When women say, mind the business that pays you. You come on my post to tell me to mind my business, but you're in my... Make it make sense. Oh, it's Young Miami? Yeah, that rapper. But see, he only claimed her. Another woman just claimed Diddy. I forgot her name. Saying that she has a kid coming with him. So like I said, Diddy ain't even claiming that rapper. Because there's another woman that's saying she's sleeping with him. So again, y'all, they all know who these men are. And they're still choosing to sleep with them yet. Y'all want us to give them sympathy when they get played like a fiddle? I can't give a woman sympathy that knew what she was getting into. All I'm saying is just that a lot of these men that have all these kids, they didn't hold these women at gunpoint. What saddens me is that all these kids are going to have a broken home. At what point do we say, you know what? Having two parents in the household is way more powerful than a child support check. We're not there yet. A lot of these women don't see that vision. They think the child support check will replace the time that the dad won't be there for the child. It Come on, guys. Kids don't forget. Then kids they grow up mad at the world, right? They grow up with all this hate in their heart until one day they come to school and they just shoot everybody. Things like that happen. They keep that anger because you did not pick the right man for your kid. Don't be sleeping with these men that you know ain't stepped up to be a father to all the kids they have already. If they got kids already, that's when you should say, you know what? Let me protect myself and make sure I don't become a baby mama. Let me see how he treats his kids. Does he spend time with his kids? Does he respect the mothers of his kids? Y'all ladies don't do that. Y'all think y'all cat is made out of gold. And he's going to treat me different than he did those 3 women or 4 women or 5 women. My coochie will make him settle down. No, ma'am. Then he'll hit it, get you pregnant, and he's off to the next woman. And now you crying on Facebook. But you chose that life. When women say I didn't choose to be a baby mama, yes, the fuck you did. If you chose that man and he didn't have you at gunpoint, then you did choose to be a baby mama. Stop making excuses. Because if you get with a man, right, and you know he has kids and you know he dogs out the mothers, and yet you still open your legs wide without protection, you're choosing the consequences, which can be having a baby. So stop acting like being a baby mama wasn't a choice. It is a choice because you chose to sit with that pookie, right? So I don't want to hear that. That right there, you got to let that go. You chose to be a baby mama if you chose that man. Now, if you put a gun to your head and said, you're going to be my next baby mama, then you're right. You didn't choose that life. But stop saying that you didn't ask for this. Yes, you did. Y'all be telling God to give you all these signs. He gives them all to you, and you ignore every sign that he gives you until you have a baby. Then it's God got me. Come on, you guys. Y'all something else. And like I said, I'm not gonna say Future's a good guy. I think he does well with providing for his kids with money, but time. I mean, they just showed a photo of him. He went to his son's graduation, right? And what do women say? That's what you're supposed to do. That's what a dad is supposed to do. But don't we see posts with women being mothers all the time? Good job, sis. You're superwoman. You are doing a great job as a mother. But we can't praise these fathers? Why not? Why can't we post a father going to his son's graduation? Future is a rapper, and he's still making hits as we speak. So it's big for him to be able to show up at a graduation. It is big because these rappers, they have schedules that are very thin. So it wasn't them saying, look at him being a father. It was, look at this man who put his, whatever he was doing on hold, music-wise, to go be with his son. That's a sacrifice. Because if he doesn't work and make money, his son won't have a future, right? But you women will flip the script and say, he's supposed to do that. Well, I didn't see a picture of the mom. I saw Future, though. All I'm saying is when we see a mom being a mother, you guys don't say that then. You call her superwoman, right? Y'all be mad if a man says in the comments, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to breastfeed. You're supposed to feed your kid. You're supposed to sing to your kid. Y'all would be mad, right? So why can't a man have his moment with his son? I love seeing pictures of fathers with their sons because men get bad reps out there about not being a good dad. So females, understand when you see a picture of a dad with a son, it's not to shit on y'all. It's to show society that all these men are not deadbeats like y'all think they are. Child support was created for men, not women. Even though there's a lot of deadbeat women out there, it was for men. So, I mean, stop hating. If they want to post a picture, let them post it. Okay, let me see. What other questions? Let's see. I'm just going through and looking, guys. Julia said, it's sad that a lot of females use men who are well off as ATM machines. Yeah, but then turn right back around and ask where are the good men. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's everyday thing. They'll say that there's no good men out there, but they'll pass a Clark Kent every day. They want Superman, though. They don't want to work through Clark Kent to get to Superman. They want Superman right then and there. A lot of these women don't want to build. They want a man that's already built. He already has 6 figures. He already has the big house, the nice car, no kids, good health, good credit. They want him built already. They're not going to get with a man who says, I'm working on owning a franchise. I'm still in school to get my engineering degree. I'm still doing this so I can get to this. That is the right man to get. A man that is building so y'all can build together. Why would you want a man that's already established when you didn't help him get there? So what would he need you for, Coochie? That's why they asked, what can you bring to the table? Because they already have everything at the table. They got everything. They got the plates, the table mats, the cups, the spoons, the forks. They got everything at the table. And all you're doing is walking up to the table and sitting down. What are you bringing? They already got the table prepared, food, everything's already there. And all you're doing is coming to sit down. That's why men say, what can you bring to the table? You want a man that's fully established? Okay, what are you bringing to the relationship then if I already got it all? This Coochie. They can get that anywhere. So when men ask women that, it's not to insult you. It's to see if you're worth being with. Because if he already has everything, why would he need you? So that's why I said a lot of these women, your standards are too high. They're too high. It's very rare that you're going to find a man that has everything on your list. And then when you ask yourself, do I have everything on that list? No. So then how can you want that? The energy should be the same. It should be a mirror, right? If you want a man making 6 figures, your ass better be making 6 figures. You want a man with no kids, but you got 2 kids. It won't work like that, ladies. Expectations are too high. And that's why you're still single. So like I said, it has to be a mirror. Most men are already established. They can get coochie. They got a phone with all the numbers of coochie they want to get. The difference is they can sleep with the woman, call her an Uber, or sleep over at her house and leave when they want to. No ties. Go home to their 6 figures, right? A nice house, they nice car, no kids. They go home to that every day. No headaches, no migraines, no stress, no depression. So what are you bringing to the table? Most women bring a headache to the table. And that's something they didn't even have and they don't need, right? So when they ask you that, ladies, don't get offended. They're only asking you that because you want all these high standards. They want to know, what are you bringing in? Then what are you going to bring? Because if you're not bringing nothing to the table, then you can't sit down at the table. Because if the man already has the table laid out, at least say you're bringing the food to the table. Y'all don't want to bring nothing. You think because you're pretty that's going to keep you at the table. It won't keep you at the table. Hey, Brill, I do have that video. How do you say her name? Is it? I don't even know how to say her name. I don't want to say it wrong, but that rapper who was dancing at the gas station, I will be posting that video soon. I have it. I think I might post it today. One of the ghettoest things I ever seen in my life. A bunch of black women and a black man. It was 1 black man in the video and 3 black women. One is supposed to be a rapper. I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I'm not even going to say it. But they were all dancing and shaking their ass at a gas station, y'all. Then he picks her up and puts her stuff in his face while she's still rapping. I go to your man's house and he'll eat me out. Just the lyrics were disgusting. It was one of the stupidest songs I ever heard. A waste of my time. And they're doing all this at a gas station. The women were shaking their asses on the car. It was just a bunch of ghetto mess. It looked like a Black and Mild and beer commercial. That's what it looked like. Rap is never going to be the same. Nowadays, these females, they lost all respect for themselves. I go to your man's house and I suck his dick and I do this. Their lyrics are just disgusting, y'all. They saying they got all these skills, but they're single. See, a lot of these women say, I got the good, and I got that wet, and all this stuff. But you ask yourself, where's the man then? Because if you got all this good, a man ain't going to let that leave. He going to keep that. Rap lyrics don't make no sense at all. But because you got a good BBL, that's what people are going to be attracted to, your body, not your words. Most of these females, they're all looks. And they have no skill. And y'all know I'm not lying. There's a lot of female rappers. I would say 80% of female rap today is BBLs, wigs, and makeup. There's no talent. I'm not even a rapper, but I know I can rap better than these women can. They can't rap. They can't rap a gift. You tell them to spit a hot 9 or a hot 6. Tell them to do something real quick. They don't know what to do. They'll lose their fucking mind. These females are not rappers anymore. But if you're pretty and you got good surgery, people will hear you. You don't have to have any skill. And if that's the way you have to get your hustle on, get your hustle on. That's all I can say. But don't get mad when your record sales dip. Because some of us, we actually like rap that makes sense, right? I don't even listen to the radio. Oh, okay. Oh, so there's another video of her twerking on a kid. I didn't see that. But guys, remember, I have to be careful what I post on my Instagram. Because if I post a kid and there's something going on sexually, for some reason, they always get me. They don't get the page where I got it from, but they will get me. Instagram is just like that. I got to now put an emoji over the child or over the kid. So if I do post that video of her twerking on a little boy, I have to put a big emoji and just say that's where the boy was. Because now I can't lose my page. You gotta walk on eggshells now on the social media app. You can't post what you see online. If you're a big page, they will get you. Like those pages with 100 followers, they get away with a video like that, but I won't. Let me see here. I'm just looking at y'all questions. So guys, the whole point of me doing this quick show was for you guys to ask me questions if you have any. If you guys want to get on the panel and ask me a question that way, I'm cool. Other than that, I'll look in the comments and see. I'm trying to go back to the beginning. It won't let me see everything for some reason. Let me see. Jess, is it Jessicans? You said whose first kid came at 16? Chief Keef? I think, okay, so then I must have got the age wrong. Okay, so he was 16 and that woman was 43. Okay, so that's what it had to be. I got it mixed up. His first kid, he was a minor with that 40. I think she was either 42 or 43. And nobody said anything, right? Because it's a guy. It's a boy. So if that had been a girl, okay, and the man was 43, he would be in jail today. That woman didn't go to jail. So yeah, you're right about that. I forgot. So Chief Keef had to be 16 or 17. That woman was either 42 or 43. Anywhere it goes, he was a minor. I'm just looking through y'all comments. Let me see. Women who have something to bring don't get asked that. If they were asked, they're not true. A real woman, Khadijah, is not offended when a man says, "What do you bring to the table?" But some women get offended by that because they think a man is trying to challenge them. He's trying to say that they don't have anything, and that's not the case. Most women will tell you what they want in a man. So if a man is saying, "What can you bring to the table?" he's hoping that you're just not basing everything off of sex, because sex shouldn't be the only thing that you're bringing to a relationship, because a man or a woman can get dick and pussy anywhere they want. They can go anywhere they want. All I'm saying is a lot of these women with these high ass expectations, they get real offended when a man says, "Okay, you want all this? What are you bringing? You don't have no business. You don't have no job. You're just pretty with a nice wig." That's not enough to bring to a table these days. It's not. And because a lot of women in this world don't want to work, the next hustle is finding a man that makes good money and using him. There's a TikTok right now of a woman telling women how you can use a man. If he's a doctor, "Babe, I know you're a doctor, but I want to get this done and that done, and I want to go see this doctor and make him feel less than." Well, why go see that doctor when you can see me? I can do it for free. Okay, thank you, baby. Are you really kidding me right now? You think men fall for that shit? If any man falls for that, you deserve what you got. She said, all you got to do is put your baby voice on and you can get anything you want. And it's on TikTok. I told you, TikTok is one of the worst apps out of Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. TikTok is number one. They're telling you how to sell sex on there. They're telling you how to use men on there. You got these kids swinging from stripper poles on there. I get most of my stuff off of TikTok. This woman is telling these women how to use men. Make them feel less than. Make them think that you care, but you really don't give a fuck. That's basically what she was saying. And videos like that get to stay on TikTok. But if I post a text receipt, I'm reported for bad behavior. Do you guys not see what's going on here? A lot of kids are on TikTok. So when they see that, okay, all I got to do is put my baby voice on. Okay, cool. Let me rehearse it in the mirror. Why are we teaching our kids that? To lie to people to get what they want. You're basically teaching your kid how to be a gold digger, right? And that's the goal. Here's the question. Has it worked for you? Because if you were doing that right now, you don't think that man or the guys that you're using, they don't have social media? Because her video did go viral. I'm sure it did. But to tell women, this is how you use men. Babe, I know you don't have that much money. What? I got 30 grand in the bank. I was just going to ask my best friend to borrow, this money so I can do this. Here, I give it to you. Thanks, babe. Are you kidding me? Men, if y'all fall for that, I'm telling you, you deserve everything you get. Okay, let me see. I'm looking at the comments right now, guys. Let me see. Oh, I'll send the link. My bad, y'all. Hold on. Y'all quiet today with the questions, though. I love that y'all talking more about, what's been going on in the world, because I do think we should address all these kids that people are having. Like I said, remember when the formula ran out? Y'all don't think that was motivated by something? How in all this whole time I've been on Earth, I've never heard of them running out of baby formula. Never. Have y'all? Is this something that I'm missing? Because I also don't have any kids, but I do have nieces and nephews. And I had to ask my brother, do you remember this ever happening? No. So why did it happen now? They basically telling y'all to stop having kids. You're having too many kids out there. That's what I think. Population control. That's what I think. Mylon, you're on. What's up? Can you hear me? Mylon, you're on. Okay, so whenever he starts talking. Okay, I'm looking in your comments. You said Keisha Cole. We already talked about that. Okay, Slickman said, I'm going to highlight your question too. How did your father meet your mother back in the day? Has your father ever told you? Yeah, you can ask me that, Slickman. I have nothing to hide. So my mother played basketball. And my dad played with her and at numerous places, and I think that's how they started talking. My mom was really good at basketball, so that's where I get my game from. So was my dad, but my mom is originally from Chicago and my dad is originally from Indiana, and when they relocated to Arizona, it just happened that way. They met each other out there. So yeah, I mean, my dad didn't go into details, but when I do ask him questions like that, he gets a little, sad. So I try not to, open up old wounds. But from what I believe, my dad said that he met her playing basketball. Let me see. Okay, hold on, Mylon. Let me see if I can get you on this time. Can you hear me? Mylon, you there? Okay, so we'll wait for him to get on. Let me see. I'm looking at your questions now. I see TikToks constantly of women telling women how to scam men. Yes, Crow, you are right. I saw that too. How to steal from men, how to so one woman said, if you go to a crowded bar, bring an attractive friend with you. Make sure you guys wear like close to nothing. You're wearing clothes, but they're provocative that will make a man look, right? Your friend is your wingman. So while you're talking to the man and you're distracting him with your half-naked body, your girl is robbing him and he doesn't even know it because it's a crowded bar and people bump and they touch on accident all the time. I'm telling you, the kind of scams these women are telling women to do, ladies, please don't do these scams because you might scam the wrong man. A lot of these men, they don't like to be stole from. They don't like to be played. They don't like to be robbed. And they will find out who you are and they will do what they have to do. And then you'll see that woman on TV. She was a good girl and I worked with her. She had no enemies. I've never seen this behavior and you guys are full of shit. Just like when these kids get shot out here in Chicago. These mothers will say, my son was a good boy. He never got in trouble with school. And then the teacher would say, we never saw him at school. Like, y'all got to stop lying. Stop lying. You just don't want to look like a bad mother or a bad father. So you're going to paint this picture like your kid was an A student when you know A meant absent. Yeah, he was an A student. He was absent all the time. On the street, selling those nickel bags. Then when something happens, you're on TV crying. Stop doing that. Because y'all know y'all full of shit. If your daughter's out there robbing men and she gets caught up and gets killed, don't be lying for your daughter, because that's not going to help the next woman. They're going to think she was perfect and innocent and just was an innocent victim when she wasn't. She was out committing felonies and got caught up. Because if you tell the truth, that's going to stop these young dummies. But instead, these women would get on TV and say, my daughter had no enemies, guys. She was out in Miami living her best life. She didn't ask for this. And in reality, her daughter had been stealing since high school. Right? Daughter has a record. And then when these young girls hear the story, they think that it was just a young woman living her best life and was a victim. But if you tell the truth, that can save the next life. That's what saddens me with these women. Lying. Tell it like it is. Your daughter was a thief who got caught. Back in the day, you know what they did to thieves? It was far worse. And they didn't care if you were a woman, a child, you stole, you got punished. You got to teach your kids now to stop stealing, stop scamming. Because a lot of men don't like to be played with or scammed. Some of them can't take that. They can't take being clowned. How did I let my guard down? And if you drug them, ladies, it's going to be bad. Stop doing that, please. It ain't worth it. Get a job. Azura, you're on. What's up?
Hello, madam. How you doing today?
I'm good. Now, look, before you start talking,
Here
okay,
we go.
if you start talking about politics and the sky being blue, I'm kicking you off. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Why you always doing me like that?
Because you're the only one. You're the only one that go left on every show. If I gave you the floor, you would have it for about 3-4 hours, and then everybody in the comments will leave. No, go ahead. What's up?
What type of guy you got me for, man?
No, go ahead. I'm just playing. Go ahead.
No, you made my day. You made my day. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I got a couple of questions for you. I always wanted to ask you these questions because you said today's Q&A. So I want to get to know the big bad woman herself. So I was wondering, this is probably not a word question, but a simple question. I want to start off with one. I was wondering how you came up with the name CelebriD.
Wow. You know what's crazy? No one has ever asked me that question. And this is the first time I can honestly say that's a great question you asked me. I'm shocked. Okay, because that ain't like you. But that's a good question. So CelebriD, I got that nickname in high school. In high school, I was very popular because I was in sports, I was in track, I was in dance. I did 50 different things, and I had a lot of respect from people. Okay. So they used to call me a celebrity. And I'm like, well, you know, I am popular. And someone said, well, you know what? Instead of a TY, put the D for Daphne. And I said, you know what? That's a good idea. So in 2004, that was my nickname, CelebriD. I've had it since 2004. So like I said, if you go on Instagram, no one has that username. It's a nickname. I hate when people say CelebriD. It pisses me off when they say CelebriD, because on Instagram, they don't let you emphasize the D. You know, everything has to be the same. It's all lowercase. So it is CelebriD, D for Daphne. So I'm glad you asked me that, because now everybody knows what it means and why I was called that and how to pronounce it. So if you say CelebriD, I'm going to hang up on you.
Yeah, I was wanting to know because it was a beautiful, unique name. I never heard before, and I always wanted to. Okay, here's the second question. We already know. So who gave the nickname Accountability Queen then?
The fans, you know.
Fans.
So I didn't realize the power of me saying I figured you'd say that. I've been saying that for years. So I always said it. And then as I became more popular, people were like, you need to put down the shirt. You need to, you know, so when they started saying accountability, it was only because I was holding people accountable. Of course, then it stuck with me. So a lot of people were encouraging me to brand myself and to do better with that, because I only did it because, you know, they deserve to be held accountable. I didn't see it as I want recognition for it. I thought that's what everybody was already doing, but clearly they weren't. You know, it's hard to hold someone accountable if they're your friend. I've actually lost a lot of high school friends because I had to hold them accountable. And to this day, they blocked me on social media. They've talked about me to my family. Oh, I don't like her. Even my cousins. I fell out with a lot of cousins because I had to hold them accountable. So when I tell you guys that I don't just do it with strangers, I do it with my family too. Because how are we going to be family if I can't tell you the truth? If you out here tricking, if you out here having all these bastard kids, I am going to hold you accountable. But believe it or not, a lot of my family members might have saw one of my scenarios or one of my, I figured you'd say that post, and they would say, you're disrespectful, you're evil, your mom will be turning in her grave. That's how my family used to talk to me. They hated that I held other people accountable because it was hurting them, because they didn't want to accept accountability. So, and I'm okay with that. So if those were cousins, my blood family, they respect what I do. So holding people accountable, it's only because if nobody held me accountable, I wouldn't be here today. I'd be dead. I'm telling you, I was on the track of being murdered by somebody was going to murder me. I can guarantee you that. These guys that I used to play basketball with, they would kill you for free. So it was only because of the respect of other men that I didn't get killed. So I'm thankful for that. I really am.
Yes. My guy who joined. Hey, what's going on, bro? I don't know. You joined?
How you gonna tell him thank you? What's up? My line. Okay. You done asking me questions? He gonna start going. See, that's that going left.
Not
you
really.
Talking to my line like you the host. Come on now.
Not really, because I have a lot more questions to ask.
Okay, so we gonna hold on. Let me see what my line wants. Hold on. Let's let my line talk. You there, sir? Mylon, he might have Boost Mobile, I think. Okay, so what's your other question while we wait on Mylon?
Yes, ma'am.
Wait. Please don't call me ma'am. Don't call me that. I'm not there yet, man. Wait till I get into my 80s. You can call me ma'am then.
I'm sorry. It's just that's how I am.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. It's not calling you ma'am is not meant to be an insult or anything. It's just that I call women that, period. And
okay. Man, if you don't drop the question.
I'm just explaining to you how I'm just a respectable guy. That's
okay. Thanks for being respectful. What's your question?
Okay, so my other question is another one I want to have for you. So what was I would say like this. Give me your top 3 favorite moments of you holding people accountable. What's your top 3 favorite moments of you holding people accountable?
So all of them have to do with me getting people fired. When I got that Karen fired last year, that was one of my biggest moments because this woman had came across several African Americans, and whenever you can get somebody fired in healthcare, it makes you feel good at night because you feel like you saved other lives, right?
Right.
And the other one I would say, the woman that I made write the essay for talking about my mom.
That one. I remember that one. You posted a receipt on that one. I loved that one.
And people say, "Oh, that ain't true." It's very true. It's even when you know that you violated your parole, people will do anything. And for somebody to say I blackmailed her, if you want to call it blackmail, that's fine. Because if I would have just went and told her PO that she made a threat to my life online, and then she would have got arrested and her kids taken away, I would have been the bad guy too. Then, right? So which one do you think I should have did?
It's not the crazy thing about it in that situation. It was a win. It was a lose-lose situation. Either way it go, either you report her or not. So it was like you was in a lose-lose situation.
I really wasn't. I could have just said F her and her family, and I could have definitely. But her writing the paper made her have a greater understanding about death too. Just because you have your parents don't mean you can make fun of somebody who only has one. That's not right. And again, a lot of people wouldn't be as nice as me. They would say, "Oh yeah, go for the juggler. Get her kids taken away. Get her locked up." I actually cared more about the kids in that moment. So, but now I don't do that anymore. There'll be no more papers. I don't want none of that done. I'm going to go right for the juggler. Because if you have the energy to write a death threat knowing you had those kids at home, then you don't care about the kids at home. So no more nice person. So yeah, that's gone. Okay. And then I would say the third one was getting the woman fired that said that about Kevin Samuels. Like I said, we can all disagree with people that we don't like. If you don't know them personally, I don't see why you would think making fun of someone dying is funny if you don't know them personally and they did nothing to you. I can see if the person murdered your mom and your whole family that you would be so angry to say, "Yeah, come in my hospital. I'm pulling the plug." I get that. You're angry. It's coming from a hurt place. But to say I wish he was in my hospital so I can put poison in his IV, you know how scary that is? They got a show on Netflix called Killer Nurses. Watch that show, and you would be so fucking freaked out. Because that's what those nurses do. They will put the shit in your IV and then bam, you're dead. And they think it was because you were already sick. Oh, well, they were battling the ammonia. Imagine how many people died that way. And they thought it was just the flu or the ammonia that they came in with.
No.
When really it was a killer nurse. That makes
Yeah.
me feel. Why do you think Black people hate hospitals now? Because we think of things like that because they do happen. Especially if you're going to like a county hospital and they got too many people there and not enough staff or not enough beds. I feel like they do stuff like that. I just, man, it spooks me out. Yeah.
I understand.
Hold on. Before you talk, Mylon, can you hear us now? Because, man, you left and came back like 8 times. Mylon, you there? Okay, so Mylon isn't there. We'll wait for him to come back. So I want to answer some questions. Khadijah said, what made you start doing what you do via social media? Okay, so Khadijah, I started with text receipts on Facebook. I've been doing that since 2016. So when people said, oh, she's like Kevin Samuels, then no. None of you guys knew who Kevin Samuels was on Facebook because he was a YouTube guy. I actually started on Facebook and Instagram. And my text receipts, I always posted them and they always went viral. And that's what I did. And what made me actually start YouTube, if you guys look in the comments, there's somebody on here called The Roger Report. Do you guys see it? I'm going to highlight his comment. Hold on. I know he said hi. Let me find it. I can't see it now. It's not showing up on my end. But in the comments, you'll see someone called The Roger Report. He's the one that allowed me to do his shows. And then he told me, you need to be doing this because a lot of YouTubers were taking my stories off of Facebook. And back in the day, I would look on YouTube and someone would send it to me. Ain't this your text receipt? They will cover my name and they will put their watermark and they were getting like 200,000-300,000 views. And I know that's a fat check. They were getting paid off of my stuff. You even had people making scenarios into like short films. So there's a guy also on YouTube named Dhar, Dhar. This man gets like 30-40 million views off of scenarios. And I just found like they were similar to what I used to post back in the day. Like mom disowns kid because the kid wants to be with the father. And stuff like that will get him 80 million views. He only started YouTube in 2018. I've been doing this since 2016. So he won't admit it. But a lot of his scenarios that he does, they match my text receipts. Does it hurt? Yeah, because he just started. And this man has over 7.9 billion views year to date. Do you know how much money he made off of that? The man is rich. The man can give out cars to his fans. So for someone that just started 4 years ago, and I've been doing it longer than him, and I just found it funny. I can't prove it because he's changing the names up and changing it up just a tad bit from my text receipt. So yeah, it hurts. I think a lot of people are starting to use my style more. You see all these text receipts that are on like Spiritual World and all these I started that. I was the originator. No one's going to give me my flowers, but Facebook did. When it said 5 years ago or 6 years ago, I was able to say, I've been doing this. So when I was doing that, Roger Report told me you need to start doing it on YouTube because that's where people are putting your content and getting paid. Now, I'm not getting the views they get. I probably won't until I start saying men ain't shit. Then I'll probably get more views. But so the Roger Report is the one who actually told me to put it on YouTube, and shout out to the Roger Report because he stuck with me. And it's because of him I did the YouTube thing. I don't like YouTube, to be honest. I really don't because like look how slow I'm subscribing to people. I mean, look how slow I'm getting subscribers up. It's not as fast as these people who have these hate pages. But on Facebook, I can post something and then they get 50,000 shares overnight. So I feel like I'm stronger on Facebook and Instagram. YouTube is just like a backup. But yeah, that's how it all got started. I would have never done YouTube if it wasn't for the Roger Report. So if that helps you, Khadijah, that's the answer. There he goes. I just highlighted his high celebrity right now. So please, guys, go follow him. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through and look at some more questions. Hold on to your questions real quick for me, Azure and Crow. You're on. Talk to me, sir.
Hey, CelebriD. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I have a question. What is 2 methods you use to keep yourself motivated in your goals each day?
So my goals each day, I would say, is to help somebody. believe it or not, I love giving back and helping people. So, you know, I get a lot of inboxes, and to people who think I'm leaving them on red, guys, I get a lot of inboxes. What I don't like is people inbox me, hey, my friend is going through this with their baby mama, and don't inbox me for your friend. Tell your friend to inbox me. I don't like third party. Have them inbox me, because when you tell me something and then I speak to them, well, first of all, I didn't tell her to do it. Second of all, I'm not going through that problem. This is what's really going on. It wastes my time. So I like to be able to help people at the end of the day. So my goal every day is to change somebody's life. And it could be me just saying, hey, give me a call. And I want people to know, when I tell you, hey, call me through Instagram or call me through Facebook, I'm not a celebrity. That's just my nickname. I'm not a celebrity. I'm a human, just like you. If you cut me, I'm going to bleed too. I don't think I'm bigger and better than anybody. I know a lot of these pages think that because they got 100,000 subscribers that they can talk to you any kind of way. That's not me. Because without those subscribers, they ain't shit, right? If everybody started saying, you know what, I'm going to unsubscribe to this page, they would lose all their power, right? They feel like they have nothing. So a lot of these big pages that are making 5,000-10,000 a month off of my content and stuff like that, they don't give anything back. I've never seen these big pages say, you know what, today is appreciation to all the followers and subscribers. I want to give away $500 Cash App gift cards. They don't do that. Like I was telling you guys, that guy Dar, he gives out cars. So if you don't give back to people who got you where you are, then eventually you're gonna crash. Eventually they're gonna get tired of the same shit that you're posting, talking about the same stuff, and people are gonna start looking for that new high. So yeah, I would just say my goal every day is to change somebody's life. Okay, and I had to mute you, Crow, because I can hear everything in the background. Mylon,
So, like, can you hear me now?
Mylon, are you here now?
I think so. Like, can you hear me?
Okay, finally, man, you must have Boost Mobile, man. Pay that bill. Pay that
Man,
bill.
man, I got Metro. I got Metro over here.
Okay, what's up, man?
Man, hey, listen. Like, whenever you do a show, I always just want to come on and just give you props. I mean, I really didn't have much to talk about today, but just to give you props and just keep on doing what you're doing. And like, I know it has to feel good to you that there are a lot of people watching you, and there are a lot of people believing in you. And how I say, if I ever get like more successful or something like that, like I'll remember like the first show I was on, I was nervous as crap, but just by watching you do what you do, or just like your encouraging voice and stuff like that, it's helped me to get stronger and talk smoother and stuff like that, and get on here confidently on YouTube, just to kind of expose myself, and maybe somebody can maybe look at me and do something better for themselves, that are probably like younger, stuff. But that's pretty much what I'm saying. But yeah, there's probably like a whole lot wrapped in there, but I'm just giving you props.
Do you have any questions for me at all? Anything you've ever wanted to ask me? Ask me now before I kick you off. No, I'm just playing. Do you have any questions though?
Hey, all right, got you. So, I mean, where do you get your personality from, man? Because you're cool. You'll be joking, and then it's like, I'm okay, okay. So, like, more of a direct question. Because you are human, how do you handle the stresses? Because it has to be, over maybe, I'm thinking thousands of emails and all that kind of stuff that you sift through, but like you even sifted through one of mine, right? So how does that like take a toll on you? I mean, just being, like a human,
That's a good. Well, you asked me two questions.
Yeah.
So like I explained to you guys earlier, I do get a lot of inboxes, and people think I purposely ignore them, and I don't. I get so many on Facebook. I'm actually probably one of the few that go on Facebook and go to your spam, and I look in there to see if I missed anything. I do the best that I can to get to people. It is overwhelming, but I am human, like you said. So I address people when I can. If I can't, then I can't.
Yeah.
But if someone tells me I'm on the verge of killing myself, then I'll tell them to call me right now. I'm not going to sit there and read something like that and say, oh, I'll reach out to them later. You know, I don't do that. I genuinely care for people because, you know, we don't get enough love and respect for each other already. People think that somebody's better than them, or I'm better than you, and I'm married, you're not married. I don't think I'm better than anyone. These women that I come for, like, if you guys were watching my community chat, there was a young lady, and I don't know if she's listening. If she is, I dare you to come onto this podcast because I will rip you apart as far as roasting you, because she came into my inbox and told me, why does it matter if someone says that you should die? When you get their information, what do you want to do with it? Embarrass them? Put them on blast? Expose them? So listen to what this dumb idiot said. She told me that if someone told me I need to die, I'm wrong if I expose them. So she told me it sounds like I am putting out that energy and I'm mad when it's being given back to me. So I didn't know I was putting out the energy that people need to die. And if that's the energy I'm putting out, then I need to fix myself. But last time I checked, that's not the energy that I put out. So I never deserve the death threats because I don't threaten anyone's life to die. But for a woman to think it's okay for another Black woman to tell me that I'm next to go, and they say that I'm wrong for trying to find out what group it was in, I didn't need the woman's information. I had it. I know what to do with that. I still want to know what the group is, because for someone to say that in a group, that means they felt comfortable. That means that there's more content in there that I don't get to see. So all I'm saying is, you know, when women say that, it is sad that I make women that mad that they want to kill me. And when I would tell women, what did I post that made you feel that you need to make a death threat to me? How am I on the same level as Kevin Samuels? He was on a way higher level than me. And one thing about me, I will never, and I'm saying this right now, today, May 28th at 1:25 on a Saturday, I will never sell out and start changing my content up to say I hate men. Men ain't shit. Because you know, the minute I do that, I'll be at 1 million subs overnight. Do you know how easy it would be for me to change gears? Kevin Samuels had to do it because the positive way wasn't working. He got tired of that way. So he started being more blunt, more to the point. So if I started saying that men ain't shit and y'all need to get on, you know, get in the gym, lose weight, call them in fat asses, y'all got titties like me, I would get, you know, I would go viral overnight. And that's something I would never do. I would never sell out. Before I sell out, I get the hell out. I'll deactivate all my social media before I sell out. I just said something I would do. So yeah.
That's pretty good. No, that's really good. And then also too, like, I'm more of a future thinker, right? So I'm thinking about people, or excuse me, like the world 10 years from now. So like, I'm thinking about like all of the women that are not choosing, you know, average blue collar guys that got a sticker for us, that 10 years from now, it's just going to be a little bit difficult. Like, I don't think that most young ladies are looking towards the future. And that kind of confuses me. I mean, like, what is your thought on that? What,
I mean,
you know, but married and everything, but I just don't think that everybody's looking towards the future. Like, they're not looking at 1 year from now, 2 years from now. Gas prices getting higher, all that kind of stuff. People
you
need
know
to
why,
couple.
right? You know why people are not looking to the future? Because people could just walk into schools and kill people now. So now you got to look for the day. Like, some people, when you say what's their 5-year plan, staying alive. Believe it or not, that's a lot of people's goal, just to stay alive. Like, we don't know where we're gonna be in the next year, because you could be shopping and somebody can come in there with an AK. You could be walking to the mail and somebody can blow your head off. You're trying to survive for the day. So that's why a lot of people don't see a future, because they see these young kids being murdered in schools who they thought in their minds that they had a future, and it's gone. So your life can be taken. So now people are not living for the year or the 5 years from now. They're living for that day, because they might not be here tomorrow. You know, people are getting taken out, man. I lost a lot of friends and family, and we've seen all these mass shootings on TV of people doing what they regularly do. Going grocery shopping to get some milk. How often do you go to the store, Mylan, to buy food? A lot, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine going to the store just to get some milk, but you don't come out alive. So right now, people are it's hard to see a future when all this shit is going on now. We were lied to. Biden, the worst president. And me being a Black woman, I don't like Trump. But at least Trump got some shit done. I ain't gonna lie. I can honestly say that there were times where I was like, that's what a Black person would do. Let's just bomb everybody and kill everybody. That's Trump. What I'm saying is Biden promised a lot of shit, and all he's been doing is sleeping on the job. And we barely see the vice president, right? I'm not even gonna say her name because I don't like her, but we barely see her ass. So all I'm saying is it's hard when people keep lying. You got people that are dying. You got people that are struggling to survive. So they don't see the future right now. But that doesn't mean you can't find love. You just
Oh,
might
got
not find love with a woman that has like her own business and making millions of dollars. You might not find one like that. You might find a woman that's building. Okay, but she's out there.
but like but I'm good. Like no, I'm good. Like
Okay,
yeah.
so before you continue, I have to stop for 1 second
Oh,
and I have to
yeah.
acknowledge somebody that's on the
Hmm.
panel. So a lot of people who ask me what made me get started off of YouTube, the Roger Report, he is here on my platform right now. This is the
Cool.
man who told me to do this. So if it wasn't for him, I would not have done this YouTube. I promise you, I procrastinated for years. He told me to do this years ago. So I'm more upset that I didn't take heed to what he said. So the Roger Report, you are on. You have the floor.
I'm all ears.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I really just came up to because I want you to get some of your flowers too. There are certain people who are just going to be stars no matter what, and that's some folks don't see it until they are stars. Some people don't get it until they got the numbers. Some people they not gonna figure out celebrities a star until she got 3 million subscribers. The woman is a star. And not only is she just a star, she's a great star. She is the type of woman that should be a great representative for the black community. She's the type of woman that we need other women and other girls to look up at. We need people to pattern their lives, at least part of it, on what celebrity does. She's just one of those type of people. So for her to not be spotlighted throughout social media and throughout the world, because this is a platform that gives you worldwide access, or it gives worldwide access, or other people get worldwide access to you. You are the type of woman that we need to be that need to be shown in our community. So that's why I push so hard for you to be out here. I know it's a good thing for the black community to have you here, which is why I'm gonna keep encouraging you to make sure you keep on moving forward and pushing on. Not that I think I'm gonna have to, because you will start, and you just gonna have to get used to it, because other people are going to recognize you a star, and I need you to make a little bit of that money because you are a star. You got star power. You need to make some money off of it too. I know you do a lot of things for a lot of people for free, but I do want you to be rewarded for some of the great things that you do. So
Thanks.
you know, I appreciate you wholeheartedly. I do believe you're gonna have one of the biggest platforms on here in a very short period of time. It's gonna surprise you how big you get so quickly. It is going to surprise you, but you will be huge. I promise you that. I promise you that. You ain't gonna be bigger than me, but you're gonna be huge. Okay. I'm just joking with you. I'm just joking with you. But
Roger.
you are definitely a star to me, and I appreciate you so much. And since I've met you and everything that we've talked about and went through, which I ain't gonna say none of that, but you are an amazing woman, and I'm just so glad that you finally took the advice and started doing what you're doing. Okay, I just want you to get your flowers. Okay.
Thank you so much, Roger. I appreciate that. Man, you guys see why I'm doing this? Thank you, Roger. You are always an inspiration. And you guys, please, when you guys have a moment, go subscribe to the Roger Report. It is worth it. He has great content. He keeps it real. He holds both men and women accountable. So he's not one that's gonna just say all women are right. And we love obese women who are one cough away from death. He's gonna keep it real. And that's what made me continue to be raw like I am. So thank you, Roger. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Now I do have to go, but I just wanted to say something on there to you. That's all, because I do appreciate you a great deal, and
Thank you.
I do believe you are the person I can put my relatives in front of and say, y'all listen to her. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't the type of person that's gonna do that to everybody.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep. You
If
know,
I
I
don't
know.
like you, I don't like you. It's just that simple. And I'm pretty sure there's some people that y'all like, that y'all think are great people, and I think they're absolutely trash, and they're really not giving out a good message. And you ain't dissected their message enough. And you ain't figured out how bad they are. You'll get there one day. You just ain't seen it yet. But you are somebody that I can definitely put the people I love the most in front of. And I do believe I'll be happy with the results. So I appreciate you very much. And of course, I'll talk to you later on.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you, Roger. Talk to you later.
All right. Have a
Okay.
great day.
You too. So I just added DB on. DB, did you have any questions for me?
Can you hear me?
DB, can you hear me?
I do, but I'm having issues with my audio right now.
You got Boost Mobile?
No, I got AT&T.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just messing. Okay, let me know when it's all good, and then I'll let you go ahead and speak. Okay.
All
That's
right,
the best
I'm
thing
gonna mute myself.
because
Okay,
I got
Jerry.
mentioned here.
Jerry, you there?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Oh, yep, I can hear you, Jerry. What's up?
Yep. Just called in to show it. Obviously, I'm from England. I'm from the UK, so I'm just called. So obviously, I just joined the live stream just to let you know that obviously I appreciate your work and I like your t-shirts as well. Do you ship to the UK?
Not yet, and you know what? You're not the first one. I think you're the fourth one. I promise you I'm gonna work on that. I got people that want it from all over the world. England. I haven't done anything yet, but I will start figuring out how I can do it. To anyone who does ship outside of the US, if you guys know how I can get that started, let me know. Because remember, I'm new to this. This is all new to me. So once I get that information, I got you, okay?
Yep. And
Did you
also
have
I've
any
been sharing
questions?
I've been sharing your profile, your Facebook, your Instagram. I've been sharing it with people. I'm telling people, listen to this woman, she talks the truth. She holds men and women accountable. She talks about real stuff that's going on. And yeah, I just appreciate you and appreciate your work.
Well, I definitely appreciate you and thank you so much for supporting me, all the way from the UK. I love when people say that they're, listening from other places because it just lets me know that my reach can go further out there. So I appreciate you,
Yeah,
sir. I really do. And if you ever have any questions or need anything, let me know.
yeah, most definitely. Thank you
Okay.
for your time.
You are so welcome. D, are you good now? Or AT&T still acting up?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, talk to me, D. Talk to me.
First of all, I love your work. Most importantly, love your work.
Thank you.
What you're currently doing now is actually something that I've been somewhat doing ever since I was like a teenager. I've been actually frowned upon for doing it because the generation that we live in, we have a lot of people that just want to get away with a lot of shit, and it's just like they have the fucking Mario, like the invincibility started just the way just through life and shit. It's so annoying. So I definitely love your work. I found out about you through Art of Kicks, through his the different perspective channel. Found out you had a podcast going on and like probably like a month ago, and I've been tuned in ever since. Um, it's just amazing. It's really amazing. We really do need more women out here to pay attention to your content, probably learn a lesson or fucking two about themselves, you know. And yeah, what you're doing is very, very, very courageous too, because it's a very dangerous thing, very dangerous thing. But I definitely owe everything to you. Definitely give you your flowers because you most definitely put in a lot of work for what you're doing.
Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. I mean, coming from, I get a lot of women now who are stepping outside the box and saying, you know what? I realize that I am that toxic, angry, bitter woman that, likes to make everyone feel like me. And I got a lot of women who actually have been holding themselves accountable. Once you do that, your life will change. It really will. So I appreciate what you're saying. And like I said, same thing I said to the other gentleman, like Jerry. If you need anything, let me know. Like I said, I love to give advice to people. Again, I'm free. So when people make all these excuses, we can't afford therapy and counseling. I'm free. So there's no excuse why you can't ask for help. I think some people just think I'm asking them to reach out to me so I can say, I figured you'd say that. That's not what I do. So to all those people who think that I just go around and run information, I only run information on people who threaten my life. Any other thing, when I say I hit you with receipts, it's usually from what they already posted and they forgot they posted it. So a lot of my research only takes me doing a search on Facebook and looking at all the posts you've made in the past. Facebook tells on you. If you leave it public, I can find it. So again, I don't go looking for people's information. If you reach out to me confidentially and you say, hey, this is what's going on, it's between us. I have never exposed anyone. That's not what I do. And even if we had a falling out and you told me some personal stuff, that will stay personal. So I'm not that type of person that will ruin your life because you said something I didn't agree with. So just understand that when I dox somebody or I look up their information, it's only those who are making threats to my life or someone else's life, like Kevin Samuels. I'm definitely going to do what I have to do to hold that person accountable. I don't care what race you are, and I don't care what sex you are. Unfortunately, getting a black woman fired, does it hurt? Yeah, because she was a nurse, she put some time in, but she knew she was a nurse when she hit send. So again, that's the accountability factor. If you don't want to be fired, don't post something that's a joke in the medical term. It's scary out here. People are scared of the hospitals because of that idiot there. So on top of that, imagine that job has to do a 7-year-long investigation over every person she came across. Do you understand how dangerous that is? If anyone died on her watch, they might have to exhume the body to see if it happened from a poison injection. Guys, it's deeper than you think. So if you want to call me a snitch for getting her fired, I'll accept that. But at least she's not able to make death jokes to the next person, right? So again, guys, you got to look at the bigger picture. Because if it was your dad at that hospital, I guarantee you, I'll be looking for the next dollar. Am I lying?
No.
So come on, you guys. I mean, hey, but thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you. Did you have any other questions?
I do actually.
Okay, what's up?
Have you ever thought about doing a collab with anybody?
Well, I'm glad you said that because someone in the comments, this was
I
you.
think that
Wait,
was
was
me.
this you? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry because it didn't say DEE. So I'm like, hold on, this is DB too. Fresh and Fit. No, I would
Okay.
never do a collab with Fresh and Fit. I've seen his
Okay.
content. He is very disrespectful, not only to men but women. What I don't like about him is that if he had a killer on his set, bitch up. But if he had like a woman who you know ain't about that life, he will attack her character, and that's not what I'm about. So people hate him. I dislike his opinions and how he treats people, but I'm not gonna say I hate him because I don't know him personally. I'm only going off of what he does on this podcast. I don't represent what he does. Like if someone would have told me to go on Kevin Samuels, I wouldn't have done that either. It's just that you might have some things that you say that I agree with, but then there's a lot of other things where I'm like, whoa, you said that, and I just can't support that. So no, I wouldn't do a collab with Fresh and Fit. But if there was another woman, I know you guys said there's a lot of women out here like me too. If it
Melanie
was another
King. It's a
woman with,
couple of them out here.
yeah, that also support men. But when I say this, there's a lot of women who know that they're pretty, so they'll put on that extra tight shirt. They're like a Derek Jackson, but the woman version. I don't support those type of women either. I like people to hear the message. So when people say, how come you don't show your face and you don't post a lot of selfies and because it's not about what I look like. I need you to hear what I'm saying. I don't want you to get distracted by the titties and the big lips and the pretty eyes. That's not what I'm about. That's what these women are already doing. How many YouTubers out there that are already pretty? There's one named Melanie. You know, I think it's Melanie. She said she knew Kevin Samuels, but she wasn't at his funeral. So I'm not gonna go there. Not gonna ask her why. But a lot of her podcasts that I've seen, she's usually wearing something where you can't help but look like, damn, she got titties. That's
Leave
not
it
what I want
all
people
out.
to remember me by. And I don't want them to say, man, her makeup is all flawless. I want you to hear the word. I don't want you to be worried about what I look like. Just listen. Sometimes like Adele, she said music is for the ears. Why does it matter if I'm a size 2 or 20? Right? So I have that same concept. I have, if you want to know what I look like, I have many pictures on my Facebook. Go look, go have a blast. But I usually post 1 to 2 selfies a year. I'm not a selfie person anymore. I got out of caring about what people thought about me. You know, so do I like to take a good picture every now and then with my husband? Yeah, I do. I have like maybe a couple thousand pictures of me in my phone. But when I do my accountability and stuff like that, I don't want people to be distracted. Because when even my mask picture that you guys see, that mask picture is years old, like 5 years old. And I got dick pics off of the picture. And you can't even see my body. You can't see nothing but my eyes and eyebrows, right? And yet I got dick pics off of that. So I already know posting a selfie that's going to trigger men and say, man, not only is she holding women accountable, but she got big titties and a bit. I don't want to be known for that. So that's why I'm private like I am, because you already got these women out here selling the goods, and you know people are not giving them super chats because of their words. It's because of them titties, them pretty eyes, and big, thick lips. I read their comments, and I just wouldn't want to be known for that when I'm married.
Well,
So,
I already
again,
know with the woman you can collab with, because remember I mentioned her to you once before. And
oh yeah, you did. Yep.
Yeah, her name is Dashikana King, and she's actually married. She actually had a husband. She had a husband on her podcast talk about fitness and health. So when people super chat her, no, she's legitimately telling her like how it is. Now, if you want me to send you the link to her YouTube channel, I can, and I can show you proof. I did mention you in her comment, and she liked the comment too as well.
Okay. And then let me read some more of these comments, guys, because I want to give some people the chance to ask me a question. No, you guys can stay on the chat. You can stay in the podcast. Just mute your phone. Okay, so Q the Legend said, is there a way you can get someone who used to scam men to teach us younger. You know what? I know scam artists right now who I'm working with. So I'm not going to say her name because that's disrespectful. But one of the women that I work with, she has spent the last 12 years scamming men and has never gotten caught. She's only coming to me because she wants to stop that life, because she's scared, because her friend that used to do it with her is no longer with us, you know? So she got caught up in her scam and got murdered, you know? And what hurts her the most is her friend wasn't supposed to be there. It was supposed to be her, but she sent her friend on that assignment and her friend got killed. And she blames herself. Well, yeah, it is her fault because you should have been there. It should have been your client. You send her, she gets killed. So that scam life is not the best life to live. And I don't think she's going to get on here and say, well, let me tell you what I did for years. But I know some of the things that she said that she did. Some of her scams were brilliant. And no man would have ever knew he was being scammed. You know, so now what she did say I can do is use some of that in my book. Now, you guys have been pushing for me to do that book I was telling y'all about called Shut the Fuck Up. And I've already started writing the book. Now, again, this book ain't going to be no long book. It's only going to be 20 pages. 20 pages. And I know y'all like, man, you can give us more, but it's going to be a 20-page book. Okay? So once I finish it, I'll let you guys know. Each chapter would have to do with something that I've witnessed, seen, and how to help these women shut the fuck up and allow a man to lead, allow a man to be the leader, to be the head of house. And it will have a chapter called Scam Likely. That will be dedicated to her. So I will have a chapter in there where I will go over the scams that these women have done or are doing now so you guys can better prepare yourself. Some of these scams you guys should already know. Like the woman on TikTok that said, use your baby voice, it works every time. I mean, it works for a man who don't know. But if you know a girl's over here always doing a baby voice when she wants something, eventually you got to pick up on that, right? Or if you got the woman with the nice body who has to wear her clothes barely hanging onto her body for you to buy her something, that's a hoe. So some things you got to use your head on. If she always, when you're going out with her, she'll never bring her wallet. She'll never bring her purse. She's trying to get you. You know, so at the end of the day, if she don't bring her wallet or purse, you let her know you're going to watch me eat. Okay? Because you knew where we were going and you didn't bring your wallet or purse. So again, fellas, some of these scams are like right in your face. If a woman hands you a drink, if you didn't see her make that drink, if you didn't see her get that from the bartender, why are you drinking it? Rick Ross just showed you what to do. But a lot of you guys get so blinded by the titties. The biggest scam that women do in these bars, they wear something that reveals those jugs. They want you to see the cleavage, the titties, because men are naturally going to see it and get hard. They're not going to think, oh, she's handing me a drink that she already put something in there. And y'all just take the drink like a dummy and take a shot and bam, she got you. The dude that's about to rob you and kill you is waiting for you to come out with the woman. So again, fellas, if you didn't see the bartender handle the drink, stop being distracted by those jugs. It's a booby trap. Open your eyes. Y'all get distracted by body parts. And that's why y'all get caught up in these scams. That was her biggest moneymaker. Going to a bar, wearing close to nothing because she knew where your eyes would be directed. You're not looking at that bartender who's a female that already put the thing in the drink. You got to watch it all. It's a calculated move, you guys. You know, so a lot of the stuff that these women are doing is right in your face. You're just distracted by the body. So I hope that helped you, Q. Personal question from Bobby. How did you and your husband meet and how did he steal your heart? So if you guys remember on my last couple of shows, I don't remember which one it was, but I met my husband playing basketball. I told you guys, if you saw that movie Love and Basketball, when she was playing him outside and she had her hair wild in a ponytail, that's the way my hair was. When my husband came up to the gym, it was my gym where people knew me, where I put a lot of people on a poster by crossing them up, making them fall. He came up there, he was visiting, and he decided to play against my team. So I already knew he was quick because he was doing the football combine out here in Chicago with the Bears. So they kind of gave me a, heads up, this dude is good at defense. But I'm like, oh, I got him. I'm going to kill him. So I did cross my husband. I hit him with a little Iverson cross. And as I went to the hole, I looked up and the ball was gone because he had swatted the ball on the other side of the gym. When he did that, everybody in the gym got out and ran out. And he embarrassed me. He embarrassed me in my gym. I hated him. I didn't want to see him again. I actually was trying to put a hit on him because he embarrassed me. Everybody knew me at that gym for putting people on a poster. And that was the first time somebody blocked my shot. I thought I was quicker than him, but he told me I was wrong. I figured you'd say that. And he knocked my shit on the other side of the gym. So after that, I made sure I never saw him again. I was praying I never see him again. He found me on Facebook, y'all. So when he found me on Facebook, it just so happened that his cousin I had known for 10 years, and his cousin knew about me already and said, that's a good woman and good luck, because I didn't let any man get close to me. I was very tough. I didn't trust anybody. So he was able to break down that wall. Yep. So that's how that happened, guys. Met him playing basketball. So when people say love and basketball, it was real. We're not just saying the movie. We were actually hoopers. We started hooping together, and then I ended up coaching him. So yeah, he was on one of my teams, basketball teams, and we won a trophy. It was really nice, guys. Yeah, that's how I met my husband. So next, let me see. Slick Man. Hold on. Let me Slick Man. Slick Man. If you don't go to college because of those shootings, then you're stopping your own blessing. Because you can get shot going to the mailbox, man. You can get shot, get your hair cut. You can get shot going to get some booty. You can get shot going to the bar. So again, shootings just don't happen in schools. They happen everywhere. And if you tell yourself, well, I'm not gonna go anywhere, I'm just gonna stay, in the house all day, then you're ruining your own life. Y'all gotta go out there and live life. You just gotta be aware of your surroundings. That's something that my husband taught me. And I didn't tell you guys this story. I almost got robbed in Chicago not listening. So when I tell you guys that women need to learn how to lead, my husband, he specifically told me, don't go to the West Side, right? I needed to go to the West Side because that's where I get my nails done. Mingling, they cheap over there. They cheap. I didn't want to spend the extra $20 on the white side of town. So I took my ass over to the West Side, y'all, right? Got my nails done. They got me in. Ling Ling and them, they know me. So they're like, yeah, we can help you over here. You know how they talk. So I got in on a late nail appointment. I didn't get out of there until they closed at 7. So at this time, it was dark over there. So I decided to go to the Walgreens because I had to get a couple items from Walgreens. So I did everything my husband told me not to do. So I parked my truck because I have a Denali. So, that's a nice SUV for a woman. It was tinted, got the rims, you got the music. So I parked my Denali, and there was a car that was behind my Denali. So, at Walgreens, they have the little median, and, they have a parking spot in front, or you could park behind somebody. So the car that was already there that I parked backwards in front of, there was 2 men in the car, but the car was on. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe there's somebody in Walgreens they're waiting on. So I'm in Walgreens, y'all, and I like to take my time. I was looking at magazines. I was looking at, I had to get a half pint of milk. I was taking my time. You know how women do, we be slow. So when I come out of the Walgreens, those 2 guys are still in the car, but now the car is off. Now, guys, listen to me. My husband always told me, be aware of your surroundings. Now, I didn't have no gun on me at the time, okay? So when I noticed that those same 2 guys were in the car, but the car was now off, I'm like, okay, so if they're waiting on someone, he would have already came out. I was in there for at least 15 minutes, y'all. So when I came out, I got into the truck. I looked in the rear view. Both the guys were coming out on each side of the car, coming towards my car. Man, I start that car up real quick, and I was getting ready to speed out. Before I was getting ready to slam on the gas, a cop came out of Walgreens. Those guys both spun in unison. It was like a music video. They both spun at the same time and went right back to the car and got in. So I'm almost positive that they were going to rob me. And what I did right was when I got in the car, I locked the doors immediately. It was like a quick action. I started that truck up. Now, mind you, it's a Denali. So it wasn't going to go 80 on the first, once I hit the gas. It would have took me, I probably would have hit the cop. But I didn't know that whole time there was a cop in there with me, and he was coming out there for a smoke break. So I feel like that cop saved my life to this day, because I definitely would have got robbed. I don't know if they would have shot me. I didn't see if they had anything in their hands, but something told me look in the rear view and I could see everything that was about to happen. So I told my husband, and he didn't talk to me for about 24 hours. That's how mad he was at me for being hard-headed. That would have almost costed me my life. So when I tell you guys that we have to listen and stop thinking we know everything, we got to listen. I'm like, okay, I'm a grown-ass woman. What you mean don't go to the West Side? I got this. So yeah, I almost lost my life, y'all. So what I'm saying, Slick Man, is like you got to live life. All I'm saying is be aware of your surroundings. Go to college. College, there are bigger campuses on a college. All I'm saying is shootings can happen anywhere. So don't let that stop you from starting in June. You bring your ass to college in June. I'm going to check on you too. Okay, does someone else have a question? I'm sorry for going left like that, but go ahead, guys. Who had a question? One of y'all was about to ask me a question. Was it, okay, look, he said I lost the question. Okay, so let me look and see. Looking at y'all questions in the comments. Hold on. If any college classes gives me an assignment to write about an inspiring person, oh, it's like, man, that's a blessing. Man, that made my day. Probably ain't gonna give you no assignment like that, but if they did and you do write an assignment on me, let me read it. I heard that. Nikki Jones said, my high school had a school shooting threat when I was a senior in 2018. I found out the school shooter threat on Facebook after the Parkland shooting. Yeah, you got a lot of shootings, guys, going on in the world, but that shouldn't stop you from living. That shouldn't stop you from sending your kids to school. You just got to be aware. They're selling those bulletproof backpacks now for kids too. Those are, I mean, they're not cheap, but I think honestly, those should be given to students for free. Biden needs to sign a big bill for that. I mean, he's signing all this money for them to fight in this war, right? He giving all this money over to them. So I honestly think those backpacks should be free to all schools nationwide, to be honest, guys. Because if kids can put them on and you know, go down to the ground and let the bullets hit the backpack, they're most likely going to survive, right? All I'm saying is don't let these shootings stop you, because there's shootings like that in Chicago every day. And I'm still here, guys. I'm still here. You just got to be aware. People know if you go to a house party in the west side of Chicago, something is going to happen. So when you put yourself in that position, then you're asking for the consequences. You know not to go to no house parties. Who even goes to house parties anymore? Somebody always gets too drunk. You tell them to get out the party and they come back with a Uzi. Now everybody dead. So all I'm saying is put yourself in positions where you're safe. If you're going to work, going to school, those are things we have to do, right? But that shouldn't stop you from living because of these school shootings. It should make you more aware. Go get you a gun. Go get you a gun and make sure you keep it in a safe place. I'll say that. Because my husband got me one. It is what it is. I hope I don't have to use it. You know? Did someone have a question on the podcast on the panel?
Hey, Slayer, I was gonna ask you, where do you want me to put her link at? The girl I was telling you about.
Oh, you could just send it to me. You have Instagram, right?
No, for some reason I can't get in my Instagram no more. They locked me out.
So that just means that you're bad. What about Facebook?
I deleted
everybody can't be blocking you. Then you the problem. You the problem. If everybody ain't letting you in. Now I'm just playing. You can email it to me then. You got email, right? Or did they block?
Yes, I do have.
You a terrorist, man.
Yes, I do have.
I ain't never heard of somebody being blocked on everything. Yeah, email.
No, I'm not blocked. No, I deleted my Facebook, but I could not get into my Instagram, which I don't know why. It's kind of weird.
Because you're a terrorist. They told me about you, man.
I'm a terrorist.
I'm just playing. No, but Jay Lethal said that we need to collab. You're the receipt king. You're gonna have to get on this panel and tell me what you mean. I never heard of you, Jay Lethal. He said they call me the receipt king around my parts. Let's chop it up. I love what you did for Kevin Samuels. Yeah. Look, guys, I'm open to collaborating with other people on YouTube, especially if I support what you do. I will not collaborate with a woman who is I hate men and shit, all men need to die. Now, if you want to come onto my show and tell me why you feel that way, we can talk about it. But I'm not going to support your rhetoric that men are all bad. Because you came from a man. I mean, you're basically a sperm that developed into what you are now. You should be thanking the man that he did not, do it all over your mom's face. Be thankful for that, right? But these women are so mad because their moms kept that man from seeing his child that instead of holding their mothers accountable, they're holding every man out there accountable for something they didn't do. That's the anger in these women. I told you guys that movie, A Thin Line Between Love and Hate with Martin Lawrence. That's some real shit. When she was taking that thing and hitting herself in the face, you know how many women did that back in the day? And they would call 911 and say, he just left and beat me up. All they see is these bruises. They go right for the man and lock him up, even though they did not see him do it, right? There's women out there in this world that would hit themselves so bad where it looks like a man did it, and they would say that you did it. So again, fellas, you got to be careful who you're sleeping with. Don't be sleeping with these women and telling them you love them and that you want a future with them, and then you leave them dry, because they do become crazy. They do. A lot of women can't handle being rejected and played at the same time. They will ruin your fucking life. And I'm telling you that now. I know men right now whose lives are ruined because they ruined a woman's life by playing her. I love you, right? She might have never gave it up at all to no man. And then you play her and say you love her. She gives it up. And then you say, okay, on to the next. And then she became that crazy woman. It happens every day. You can't be playing with people's hearts. Women, we're emotional creatures. So if you do something that's going to damage us and make us feel like we're less than, a lot of women, they use that to destroy you. And they can destroy you, fellas. I'm telling you, I better be careful out there. Okay, let me see. I'm just going through the comments. Oh, Charles, I can put the link in there again because I'm going to be wrapping up soon. If you guys don't have any, do you have any more questions? Anybody on the panel? Any more questions before I kick y'all off?
Yeah, I have.
See, I knew it. Talk about, yeah. You probably have a whole book of questions. What's up?
Yes, I have a whole book of questions. What's wrong with that? Hey, this is a Q&A. Hey, look, this is a get to know the big lady herself. Hey, and this is the only chance I will probably get to talk to you, like, and get to know you personally. So this is actually good to me. Thank you, madam.
You have. What's your question?
Okay. Well, I was gonna ask you what is your favorite sports, but you already asked that question already.
What's my favorite sport?
Basketball.
Okay, I want to make sure. What's my position in basketball?
From you doing crossing and stuff like that, I will probably say between either point guard or shooting guard.
Okay, then you know your stuff. Shooting guard. Okay. Yeah.
I was gonna say shooting guard too.
Yep, my favorite sport is so. Okay, so when me and my husband started dating, we went to the fair in Arizona. We went to the fair, and y'all know the fair be having those lopsided rims, so you can't win, right? So
Right.
Me and my husband knew how to get past that. It's how you shoot the ball. If you're a true basketball player, you know how to manipulate it to where that ball gonna go in every time. Okay, so we both figured it out. Me and my husband, you know how they give you the big stuffed animals. I'm talking about the big ones, right?
Yeah.
So that night we went to every basketball. Well, we didn't get to go to every one. The first 3 we went to, we walked away with like maybe 8 of those big stuffed animals. So I have a tattoo.
Figure out their secret.
Right. I have a tattoo on my right hand on the top. It's a basketball with stars. So when we started going to the rest of the basketball vendors, they were saying no because they saw my tattoo. They were warning each other with walkie-talkies not to let us through to play because we had took all their stuffed animals. So that night, me and my husband gave all of our stuffed animals away to kids that we saw because we had too many. We couldn't take them back. So basketball was something that I really loved to do, and I got to do it with my husband. And we would play on teams, and we would whoop teams, and they would hate us because they had a girl, which was me. And so yeah, basketball has always been my favorite sport. I still play it now with my husband. Let me see. He said, who is better offensively? Okay, so my husband's good. I'm good at defense too. In high school, I was one of the #1 defenders. I made this girl so mad that she busted my nose because I didn't let her pass half court. You know, when you bring the ball in, you know, they got to get past half court, and I kept her right there on her side, and she got so frustrated, she dropped the ball and literally took her elbow and bam, hit me in the nose, and I started bleeding. It was leaking really bad. She got ejected. I got Defensive Player of the Year that year, but that's how good I was with defense. My husband's good at both, but he's football. My husband's first love is football. Basketball was just for fun for him, and he's really good at it. If someone was to say who shoots better, he'll probably say me. I have a really good shot. But when it comes to like hops and stuff, he beats me there. But when it comes to being fast, I think he's faster than me. Of course, he's a guy. But together we're deadly. So yeah, I would say offensively, I would say me because I can score all day. And when it comes to defense, he can lock you down because of football. So yeah, I hope that helps. You have any other questions?
Yes, ma'am. I have multiple questions.
And now you whispering. Oh my gosh. Okay, come on now. Come on. We wrapping it up. Come on.
Okay. You know what? For the first time, I'm gonna ask you a question like this. For the first time, celebrity, you've never seen what I look like, right? So I'm gonna ask you a question directly with the camera pointing at me directly. You ready?
Yeah.
So
you're crazy.
What? How I'm crazy?
Man, you better not be playing right now.
Who playing what?
You ask the question. See, this one talk. Watch everybody start leaving the panel. They're gonna be playing.
So how I'm playing? Here's my face right here.
Okay.
So here's my other question. Here's the thing. I was gonna ask you, what are your hobbies? What you like to do for fun when you're not on YouTube, when you're not holding people accountable or something like that? So what are your hobbies? What you like to do for fun to enjoy yourself? Besides, I already know about basketball.
No. It ain't always that. I like to watch sports with my husband. I can watch ESPN with him, and we'll break down things together. I like watching that with him. I love to write. I used to sing for fun too, but I stopped doing that. But I would say my main thing right now is I love to write poetry. I love to write music. What else? What else do I love to do? I like to pick on my husband. Like when he comes home, I like to bother him and be his headache for a little bit too. But I love to make him happy. When he comes home from a long day of work, he got the food made. I love seeing his face when he comes home, smells the food and all that. I love to cook. I'm not a lazy wife. I love to hang out with my husband. We hang out like two people that just met, and we've been together almost 12 years. So I'm one of the women that I like to watch sports. I love to play sports, but I don't watch these real housewife shows. None of that stuff I don't watch. So if someone said, "What's your favorite TV show right now?" I watch all the old stuff. Boondocks, Martin, Jamie Foxx. I'm old school. I like watching the old stuff. They're bringing back MTV raps. Oh, I love that. I used to like Rap City, The Basement. I love people that can rap. So I like that. The documentary on Kanye West on Netflix, that was good to watch. I like documentaries too, like murder mysteries and stuff like that, because my bachelor's was in criminal justice. At one point, I wanted to be a cop, and then I changed my mind when I saw what they was doing to cops. So yeah, I mean, I had a dream one day. I thought I wanted to be a cop, but then I realized that if it's like 11 at night and I'm pulling over a car with all tinted windows, I'm not ready to die. And I'm not going to get out and say, "Hey, roll down your window." I don't even know if they're holding a gun to the window, So I'll probably yell it from the car. And if they don't want to get out, I say, "Okay," and I drive off. I'll be the cop that they'll probably fire on the first day. So, yeah, I like to do that on my hobbies. Nothing too big, but, what I do is I devote an hour a day going in and looking at all the tags so I can see what people have tagged me in, who I need to respond to, who I need to hit with receipts. I have a lot of stuff I've never even posted yet. Because some of them needed an update, so I wait for it. Like I told you guys, I have about 20,000 pictures in my phone right now, 20,000, and I haven't posted all the stuff that I have. I hoard stuff too because I never know when I might need to post it. So that's why it takes me a long time to get content out sometime, because I get distracted with helping people with sessions and things like that. But I have a lot of content. Y'all see a lot of it coming up soon because I gotta free some space in my phone. Go ahead. Slick Man, yes, I am still writing the book. Now, I know some people said that that's gonna be too blunt, but I think "shut the fuck up" will get everybody's attention. Now, it's not gonna say "fuck" on it. It's gonna be, I'm gonna have it censored, the word "fuck," but you know what it means. But I think if we're not blunt, they're not gonna understand the gist of the book, right? Like I said, you guys, it's only gonna be 20 pages. I don't even like reading these long books that take all day to get to the point. I like for you to get to the point. So my book is more about getting to the point of telling men and women how it is, and just giving you guys some pointers on how to do better, just based off of what I've seen, and also let men know that it's easy to be scammed because you guys are easy victims. I'm telling you guys now that you guys are easy victims because I talk to scam artists right now, and all it takes is for them to show a little bit of ass, a little bit of breast, and you guys are right there. It shouldn't be that easy, fellas. Make them work for that shit. Stop falling for like I said, the booby trap. Maybe I should call one of the chapters "booby trap" because y'all get trapped every time. I don't understand how y'all fall for these women because they got a nice body, but they crazy as hell, y'all. Stop falling for the boobs. So yes, Slick Man, I am writing the book. Okay. What other questions you guys have? Anything
What's
else?
your favorite dish to make? Since you like to cook.
My husband, his favorite meal that I cook, I would say would be shrimp Alfredo. I make it a way that he just loved it better than Olive Garden. And I've had Olive Gardens and it ain't none of mine. So, and I learned how to make it from my husband because when we grew up, my dad had to raise 4 kids. He was the cook. He barely cooked. I don't consider making hot dogs as a meal, right? So we didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance to watch my mom make different dishes because when she died, I was still young. I was a teenager. So I didn't get to see that. So my husband, when I, got with him and got to meet his family, I got to get used to the cooking thing and how to make big dishes. And I learned that from my husband's mom. So my husband used to make shrimp Alfredo for me. And I'm like, he missing some elements in there. And I thought I was just a little chef. I thought I was the bomb. And then when I let him try it, he loved it. his mom is very picky and don't eat nobody's food, but she ate mine. And that's when I got the seal of approval. So I was like, okay, I'm a chef now. So yeah, that's what I like to make for him. Yeah. Good question. Anything else? Y'all were nice to me today. I thought the questions were going to be deep. Y'all came on here with light level questions. I'm happy. Thank you guys.
No, it's nothing too. I mean, you don't want to release too much personal stuff. I mean, look.
Well, no.
Like you said it. Like you said it. Remember, you said it yourself. There are some things that you keep a mystery that keeps people curious. Remember,
like what? What do you think I keep a mystery?
So I don't know. You just don't.
I'm about to get your information up.
You talking about your face? That's it. Your face. That's it. I don't see nothing else.
But see, but here's the thing. It would only be a mystery if I never ever showed my face before. You guys just never seen it on here. But if you go on my Facebook, if you go on my Instagram, there are pictures of my face and there are videos of my face. You guys just don't want to go and look and find it. What I'm saying is when I do this is my style. I'm different. Just like me doing these text receipts, I came with a different angle. I figured you'd say that. That's something that you don't know anybody else that was doing it before I started doing it, right? So everything about me, I wanted to be different. Like I told you, I can be like the Melanies and all these other women that show my face, but it would be no different than what they do. So that part I will be mysterious on, but it's not like with Kevin Samuels. We never saw what his wives look like. We don't know what his kids look like. Y'all know what my husband look like. They know what my mom looks like. They know what my brother looks like. I'm not that mysterious, guys. Come on. So it'll be different if I never showed my face. And that was the angle that someone told me to do. Just keep the ninja pick and have a different platform where there's not one picture of me. But when you do that, you're hiding something. I don't have anything to hide. This is just my style. I like to do it this way. I could be cleaning up. I could be cooking something. So I like to do it this way for myself to be comfortable. Right. So, yeah, I mean, there's no mystery because people know what I look like. It's right there on social media. Hope that answers your question. Like I said, guys, my whole goal was to be different. I don't want to be like all these other people. Like if I told you guys who sits in their car and wears a small shirt and tells women that they're never wrong, I guarantee you guys will tell me in the comments who that is. Who is that? Come on, fellas. Who is that? I'm asking y'all. Who is that? Who sits in their car with an extra small? Okay. So you see, I didn't even have to say his name and y'all knew who it was. And now you got a lot of other people that sit in their cars and feel like it is too. So they're copying. But how many people are doing what I do? Text receipts. I figured you'd say that. Going into these Facebook groups and exposing women. So you see, my angle was just different. I wanted to be different.
Nope.
Them bitches be mad. They be mad. Ooh, they be so mad.
It's like this. I have seen women tell the truth about when it comes to certain situations, but you about the action. And that's what made me gravitate your channel towards more, because I seen women say that about chameleons. Because actually, that's why I commented on her video talking about women. There are some women out there, they'll say they're good for men's health and stuff like that, whatever, and just be deceiving people. We don't know. And then she said she called them chameleons. And that's when I decided to post about yourself, about you onto her channel. I'm like, hey, you should check her out. Maybe one day whenever you get a chance to, because she holds women and men accountable. And I actually like her channel. So she and like I said, the proof that is in the pudding to show that she's not doing it for showing off her body. She do sit in the chair and you will see her whole body and stuff like that, but she's married. She had a husband sitting on there. They chopped it up and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know, it would be cool with her and CelebriD just like chop it up and just talk to each other and stuff like that, whatever. And she's a big YouTuber. She got over 119 subscribers. So hopefully one day I can get her onto her podcast.
119,000 or 119?
I was going to say 119.
He said big YouTube, 119 subscribers. I'm like, that's not big. Like,
no,
man, that's tiny. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean,
add that 1,000 in there, man. You gotta add that 1,000 in there. You forgot.
Yeah, 119,000. I'm sorry, my bad. She's 119,000 subscribers.
Okay, yeah, because we was both confused. Huh? He was like, okay, look, I want to let me answer Slick Man. He said, I remembered you said in one live stream you were chased by people with Confederate flags. Yes. Okay, so yeah, in Arizona, they can put Confederate flags on their trucks. They can wear them as clothes. They can carry their guns out in the open. So growing up in Arizona, you know, they were the last state to say Martin Luther King Day would be recognized as a holiday. So it's a very racist state. And when I was chased by these people in the truck, I was a kid. So I really didn't understand what was going on. I had to describe it to my dad, and he told me what it was, and to be careful, because if you were on the wrong side of town, you did get, chased. And I don't know if they were gonna do anything to me, but it scared me. I knew that as a kid that wasn't normal, So out there they can call you a nigga to your face. I was called a monkey. I was in an all white class, and we used to have a little cubby holes where you put like mail, and our teacher would leave like little treats in there. And I had notes in there that said nigger, So I was discriminated against a lot as a kid. And it was scary, guys. It was, So, a lot of these school systems, that was then. It's worse now. So imagine these bullies now being bullied like that. They can't handle that. They weren't built like we were. As a kid, I never thought about killing anyone. And I think it's because as Black people, we're used to that. It happened to our ancestors, right? We can go on Google right now and type in bullies from the 60s, and you'll see these white guys yelling at a Black woman who's standing there with confidence. They never start up a school. So imagine a woman having to deal with that every day, right? So I think it's already instilled in us to deal with it. That's why you don't see a lot of African Americans shooting up schools, because our ancestors endured that, and a lot of us endured that. I never once started up a school, and I was called a nigger. They would put like Jello and all type of stuff in my locker. They found ways to get into my own locker, guys. That had a combination. So I was discriminated against a lot. And when they were chasing me in that truck, it was daytime. I knew how to cut into a field, and I was scared, y'all. I thought they were gonna cut into the field in that car and run me over. So yeah. And because I was a kid, I didn't remember the license plate. My dad was mad. Describe the truck. I said there was flags. It was red. He was pissed. So yeah, guys, it's scary. So Skylard said, have you done coaching for kids or adults? Yes. I used to actually coach kids basketball at the kid level. I did junior sons, where it was kids who, wanted to play basketball. They were young. And remember, I worked for the state. So I did a lot of things for kids. I was their advocate. When it came to pulling them out of the homes, I had to talk with these kids one-on-one, and they were children. So yeah, I have a history of coaching kids too. Remember, I told you guys there was a young woman who told me if I can show her how to be a better woman because her mom is not doing a good job. So remember, she's a minor. I said I couldn't release her name, but if I get an inbox from a young girl, I will give them free advice. I can't tell them what to do because they're still under their mom's roof, but it hurts when a girl says you have more sense than my mother. It shouldn't be that way. So mothers, please do good with your kids around. They watch everything you do. She's telling me how you having sex on the couch, and your daughter is there. Like, y'all some nasty, sloppy people out there, man. It's sad. And I can't tell her what to do because she's a minor. I can only give her advice and tell her to ask her school counselors or have somebody come do a visit, because that's not my lane. She's a minor. If she was 18, I got you. But when you're a minor, I cannot go over her mother's head. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to jail for nobody. So all I'm saying is watch your kids, because they shouldn't be asking strangers online for advice. What if I was a woman, but really a man that loves preying on young kids? She felt comfortable telling me her life. That's scary. Do y'all realize that? It's that easy for a child to say, well, yeah, you seem like okay, well, meet me here. You like ice cream? Come on, guys. We got to do better. And I even told her that. I'm a stranger to you right now. So what you should be doing is asking your school counselors, having them come and do a home visit, because I can't help you. And I hate to say that, but I really can't help you. I'm not gonna have her mama get me thinking I'm a predator. I ain't going to jail.
And it's
you guys
sad
have the other questions? Huh?
Yeah, and I like it's sad that people, you want to help children in out situations like that, but then again, like you said, you be look like you're the villain in the situation when you and that's the crazy part about it. Because actually, let me tell you this story. Because actually, that was a child. I will never forget this. This is one of the most defining moments ever in my life. I was 16 years old. Me and my brother went to Lincoln Park. At the time, there was a child that was lost her parents, everything under the sun. I was looking for, like, the child was wondering, where's your mom? Where's your dad at? So I helped the girl look for her dad, to find her dad. I'm like, where the father at? Do you know, point out your father so we can find her? So here I am, being the guy I am, helping this child out, right? So we found the father, and me and the father almost got into an altercation due to the fact that he mislabeled me already. Didn't know what I was doing. I'm like, bro, your daughter was lost. I was helping her finding you. You're supposed to be the responsible parent and watch your little girl where she goes. Because somebody else could have snatched her up. Somebody else could have snatched her up. And then you'll be one mad parent because you was not held responsible. I'm like, and then the dude gonna say he called me, and I never said it. He called me the P word, and it frustrated the hell out of me. And I was still a teenager at the time. And I really wanted to fight this grown-ass man because I'm like, really? I'm still the teenager at this time. Teenager, 16. Keep this in mind. 16 years old. Just helping a little girl out. I thought you help people, you get rewarded in the end. That's what I was taught when I was raised up. Right? So after that, me and the father almost got into an altercation until the little girl explained, no, Dad, he was really helping me. He ain't done nothing wrong to me or nothing. She literally had to convince because he was really mad. And I was really mad too. So my brother had to help me back because we was really about to throw down in that park, in the park with a lot of people. It was a lot of people there. It was like over at least 300 to 400 people in that park. And that girl could have got snatched. Mm-hmm. And luckily I found her. But then he said he's sorry. He apologized to me. Said, I'm sorry. Thank you for looking out my little girl. I thought somebody would try to take her away from me. I'm like, no, bro, I'm not going to do that. That is a child. A child should be with a parent. And come on, I'm 16 at the time. 16. And
it happens.
It happens. You look like
I said, nowadays, if you see a kid by themselves, the first thing you should do is call 911 and just make sure the kid doesn't walk in the street. Keep an eye on it because people will look at you and label you thinking that you're trying to take their child. You just got to be careful. You were 16, so I'm sure it happened a long time ago. So I would just say, if
that was
one
of my most defining moments in my life.
Oh, yeah. They're going to call you a predator, but then you got to put yourself in that dad's position, too. Imagine you losing your kid and then you see this kid. Now, mind you, he didn't know your age. He didn't know what you were doing. He was just a distraught dad. So their first thing is defense mode. What the fuck is he doing? You're a predator. You're trying to rape my kid. Because back in the day, kids did that. Kids did that to other kids. Thinking that, I can get away with it because I'm 16. I'm a minor. No, but it happened. We've seen shows like that. These young boys are all messed up because of how they're being abused at home. So they'll see a young girl and they'll do what they saw at home, not even thinking it's wrong. So again, imagine that dad, the first thing is defense mode. And then once they get to the bottom of it, my bad, bro. I'm sorry about that. But as long as
he did apologize.
He did. A lot of people won't. Yeah. See, and this is what I was talking about with you when I said you get off topic, because I don't even know what made you talk about that. See, you laughing right now, but that's you.
The reason why we got on topic with that because of what happened,
the Confederate flags.
Yeah, the Confederate flag. Yeah,
I don't think they were gonna do nothing to me. I wasn't missing or nothing, but yeah. But no, I get what you're saying.
I was telling you the story based on that because, no matter who you help, adult or child, it doesn't matter. It seemed like you can't help nobody because it seemed like you're the villain in that situation. No matter who much. It can be a child or it can be an adult female or it can be an adult male. You want to help them out. You want to offer them. Some people that, this is too good to be true, man. You're not really want to help me. You're not really want to do this. You always seen as the villain, not as a person who's really trying to help someone. And that's why I say I commend you a lot more because of what you're doing. Yeah, it's dangerous. Yeah, you got a lot of women out there who will turn against their own. Here's the crazy thing about a celebrity. My best friend is a female. I've been knowing her for 13 years. She doesn't trust no female. Zero. Nada. And sometimes I'm starting to see why. But then I'm like, sometimes they're like, that's kind of holding you back a little bit. So, because there's some good women out there who one will be a good friend to her. But then again, you see the points. You gotta see it both points. So yeah, but it's crazy.
Well, if nobody asked me this question, and I was shocked because a lot of people want to know, do I have a lot of friends that are women? And the answer is no, I don't. Now, I
No,
have a lot of associates that are women. I don't call everybody my friend. A friend is
no.
someone who checks on you, who inquires about you, is never no intentions like, oh, I need my rent paid, so hey, I'm gonna go check on my friend. So when it comes to female friends, I probably only have two. And I'm being honest, the rest of them are associates, and there is a difference. Male friends, my husband is my friend. Now, before my husband, all my friends were men because they respected me. I respected them, and I never got disrespected by a man. But every time I became cool with a woman, the minute I couldn't do something for her, the minute I could not take one for the team, the minute I held her accountable, she was evil. And everything we discussed in private, she made public. That's the difference between having a friend that's a man and a friend that's a woman. Women will forget everything that you guys took vows on when you guys were friends. Like, look, you tell me a secret, I ain't gonna tell nobody. I got you. Even if we fall out. One thing I learned in life is when you fall out with someone and they tell all your business, that tells you how much of a friend that they really were. They weren't your friend, they were your enemy. So a lot of females tend to do that when you make them mad. They'll tell all your dirty laundry. And that's happened with every female friend I had. One of my friends from high school, she was talking bad on the other guy we went to high school with, and I knew he wasn't that type of guy. So when I put her on blast, remember when your mom died? Remember your mom was in that wheelchair? And I just couldn't believe it. She went deep. Didn't your mom die from a bullet to the neck? Just telling I tell people about my mom passed, but I don't tell them the story. Okay? So when you make somebody mad and they spew all that out there, talking about your mom dying, remember at the funeral when you broke down and things like that, personal, that tells you about how much of a friend they were to you. They really weren't your friend. They just needed enough evidence so when you guys did fall out, they can embarrass you. So again, only females did that. I fell out with a lot of guy friends, especially when I got married. Oh yeah, we're not cool no more. But they didn't go around saying, hurtful things to hurt me. But they couldn't say I was a hoe because I didn't sleep with none of them. But they definitely could have said, remember when your grandmother passed? And remember when you called me and told me you just needed to hear my voice? Stupid stuff like that. So again, men never did that. It was always women. So that's why a lot of women don't keep a lot of female friends. Not because I don't want them to fuck my husband. No, it's not that. I trust my husband. I'm not worried about him. I'm more worried about what a person will say when we're not cool. And most likely a woman is going to tell all your dirty laundry. And I think that's something that we have to work on as a people.
That's how my best friend feel.
And that's what they do. So now with me having a small circle, those two women that I was talking about, both of them are my sisters. Those are my friends. I don't have anybody else that's not blood that I consider my friend, because that's using the term wrong if you don't check on me. When it comes to mental health, guys, the reason why I go hard like this is because I had an episode where I broke down and I didn't know what was going on with me. So when I had to get checked out and they brought up everything in my life, well, did you ever see counseling when your mom died? No. What about when your grandma died? No. What about when your uncle committed suicide and they found his body 3 days later? No. I never got help as a child. I dealt with all this trauma and I never got help. I think what sparked my anger, and this is something I never told no one, but again, this is open. It's an open book. Something that sparked my anger was my senior year when my coach cut me from the basketball team. She literally cut me. I was on varsity for 2 years, my sophomore year and my junior year. She hated me so bad that she cut me because she thought I was messing with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend played with N1. He used to play with the N1 where they had the dribbles. So I wanted him to teach me those skills, which he did. I would stay after practice and he would help me with my skills. I wasn't sleeping around. I was actually a really good kid. No man. But in her eyes, because she was white and he was black and I was black, she thought we were doing more than just working on handles. So to get back at me, because she wanted that control, my senior year, I was in the newspaper. Everybody was like, look out for Daphne. Oh, it's about to be crazy. I was so good at basketball, after our practice, I would practice with the men. I was the only female practicing with the men too. And I was killing them. So I knew I was going to be deadly my senior year. I knew somebody was going to sign me. But my coach took that away from me and I hated her. I hated her so bad that when I graduated high school, I found out she was in the league. I joined the league opposite of her team so I can play her. And the whole game, I was throwing her on the ground, elbowing her. She was diving for balls. I was diving on top of her, trying to choke her. it was personal. I wanted to kill her because she took something from me that I felt like I deserved. And I thought that was going to be the ticket to take care of my dad, who had took care of us, right? So I held that anger in, and that's why I think I was calling men the B word. So the first thing I had to do to fix myself was tell her that I'm sorry for the anger I held. But when I finally got in touch with this coach, she said sorry to me first. She said what I did was toxic, it was evil, it was bitter, and she said, and I was wrong. She said, I thought you were sleeping with him, and I didn't even know that that wasn't even the case. I was just that jealous of you because he was giving you your time, giving you that time that he wasn't giving me. So I took it out on you. She said, I'll never be able to redo what I took from you. And I told her, I forgive you. And then she died a couple years later from a brain aneurysm. So you see what I'm saying, people?
You
see what I'm saying, people?
Back on you. People don't
So
realize.
what I'm saying is you can't hold on to that anger because you never know when it's somebody's last day. I just thank God that I was able to tell her I forgive you. I didn't know she was going to die from a brain aneurysm, but she did. And I don't think she was planning on dying either. So again, guys, you have to say you're sorry. You have to accept accountability when you did something wrong. She accepted accountability and she died clean. Like I said, I would have hated her up until her death and not even give a damn. So I'm glad I learned how to forgive people and keep it moving. So ladies, we can hold on to anger forever, right? But we have to learn how to release that anger and use that to be better women, right? Because I could have been mad at the world. So again, that's something that I never told nobody. Basketball was something that I enjoyed. She knew I was going to be a killer, and that got taken from me. Do I regret it now? No, because I was able to help my dad keep our house. I became an adult as a teenager. So again, guys, like I said, we have to do better as Black people with supporting each other and being there for each other. And it shouldn't take negative bullshit to make people go viral. That's why people do these things they do, because the positive way doesn't work. We all saw Kevin Samuels on his first podcast. He was dressed different. He looked different, but nobody gave a damn. He barely got any views. But the minute he started calling women a two, the minute he started telling women, get your big linebacker ass in the gym, his views soared. It shouldn't be that way, people. We shouldn't have to be blunt to get your attention. But it's sad that being nice doesn't get your attention either. So if I was to say, women, you are beautiful, you are powerful, and God is going to bless you with a man, they're not going to hear me. But if I say the reason why you ain't got a man is because you built like a linebacker on the Detroit Lions team, that's going to get the attention. You got to insult them to get them to look your way, right? You can say, hey, queen, and she'll keep walking. But if you was like, bitch, who you calling a bitch? Why does it have to be that way? Am I not? Tell me I'm wrong.
No,
I've seen it.
Not
Hey,
a
my
lie
beautiful
code.
queen. Good morning.
Soon as you say hello, you been nice. Don't give you no attention. Not so whatsoever.
Nope.
As
Say
soon as
bitch.
you call out that name, you call my name or anything that matters that's disrespectful, they'll respond to you quickly as like
bitch. Who you got? If I'm a bitch, your mama's a bitch. And then you got to say, I had to do all that just to get your attention, queen. But that's how it is. You got to insult these women. Or, hey, queen, can I take you to the movies? I don't want to go with you. You're not even my type.
Right.
Hey, queen, can I pay your rent? Yes. Here's my cash app. See what I'm saying?
Let me tell you this. As that to do on TikTok.
Here we go.
Hold on, wait, hold on.
Everybody grab a pillow. Everybody grab a pillow.
Oh, yeah, not a TikTok story, man. Come on, man. Don't do it to me.
When I was 16, like, man, TikTok wasn't around when you were 16. Okay, go ahead, man.
No. Check this out. This dude was hollering at this girl. She was talking to him. She was being sweet to him. Everything. Was not paying her mind. He said, hey, can I talk to you? Get your number, whatever, right? Dude was like heavy set, but he wanted to talk to you. Hey, my boy had swag. He had confidence. So he talked to her. They was having a great conversation. She was not interested in him at all. None. She said, no, we good. I said, okay. Soon as he got into his car, that's when she changed her tune because of what the car he drives. And I'm looking like, wow.
You gonna tell us the car, or we gotta imagine it?
The car was a Lamborghini or something like to that moment. It was like a
see, every time you tell stories, you leave out important information. It was the car. Like,
It's
damn,
a,
what's the car
it's
look
a,
like?
You leave everything up to imagination. Like, what the
Don't
fuck?
he? Don't he? Don't he? We're over here. Everybody on the edge
Okay,
of their
it
seat.
was
Like,
a,
what was the car,
yeah,
bro?
okay. The
We're
car
in his
was
brain. We in his brain while he's telling the story. Like we know.
Man, I'm
but
telling you,
no,
I would
it
never
was a
let him
Lamborghini.
moderate my life.
It was
Never.
a Lamborghini, most definitely. It was a Lamborghini. She changed the tune after that. Like literally gave him all the attention he needed. Like I'm
And
like,
then he got out the car and handed the keys to the actual guy that owned the Lamborghini, right?
yeah, and she looked stupid.
I was gonna
So
say it was
yeah,
a skit. It was a
yeah,
skit.
they've been doing that skit where the gold digger come out. No, you're not my type, and then he pulls up in like a Aston Martin. Oh hey baby, yeah man, all that is just for views and likes, man. Because in real life, you ain't gotta
I
do
don't
all that to get a
realize.
woman's attention. You could
No.
show her a couple $100 and she'll look you. You could show her 220s and she'll get in the car with you. Most of
A
these
bottle
women.
of Casamigos, that's it, or some Hennessy. That's
Right.
it. They
Tell her
good.
you want to be
Or
flued
a
out
blunt,
and she'll get in the car
smoking
with you. Like I
weed,
said, these women don't care. Like I said, at the end of the
smoking
day,
weed,
if it takes a
or a
car
blunt.
or $40 to impress her, she's a hoe. That right there is kind of like cut and dry. Cut and dry, guys. Like a lot of you men, can you give us the blueprint on these scams? Some of these scams, y'all gotta open your damn eyes. Get some Visine. Get some Visine from Walgreens. That's step one. Because a lot of y'all, it's right there in your face, and you just don't want to see it.
She said, "Get
I
some."
mean, honestly, a lot of that shit is due to a lack of coochie intake for
There you
these
go.
brothers.
They
It's a
desperate.
lack of
Yep.
coochie intake
Yep.
because
Yep.
I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I done lost my shit when I ain't had no business doing it, but I was 12. So it's kind of like, yeah, you know, kind of been doing it for a while. It's kind of like you're desensitized by some of that shit. It doesn't affect me at all.
If you guys
Like,
remember,
it
someone that
don't.
was on the panel earlier, his name was Brill. And Brill came on to the podcast
I
and he
remember
told
that,
me,
dude.
I don't trust
remember
these
that.
hoes. No, Brill said he pays the hoes to leave. But he was real with his shit. He was like, I
Yeah,
don't
he
want a
was.
relationship. I got my main hoes that I call. They come, they give me the service, and they bounce. I pay them the little $40 in food stamp, whatever it is, and they go. So that's work. That works for him. And he has not had any issues that way. Some people, that's the way they want to live because they don't
Yeah.
trust these women. Most of these women, there's a motive behind why they're choosing you. Some of these women will choose a man that's not attractive, but his money is sexy. And they know that. But in that man's mind, he think he hit the jackpot. So he's going to be willing to do whatever that woman wants because he can't believe he got a woman like that. Fellas, you got to believe in yourself. That means you lack confidence. Okay? Get in the gym. Get your hair cut. Man, there's big guys that was getting played back in the day, Heavy D, Biggie Smalls. There's guys that had the confidence and that made them sexy. You might not be Shamar Moore or Michael B. Jordan, but your confidence can put you over them. Because there's a lot of Michael B. Jordans that have an ugly ass attitude. There's a lot of Shamar Moores out there and their breath stink and they don't shower. So what I'm saying is don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself to these top-notch guys. Be who you are. Just be aware. You know already if the woman is trying to use you, bro. Some of this stuff you should know. Yeah, baby, I need to get my nails done. Okay, go get them done. Call me later. Oh, I thought you was going to give me the money. Oh, I thought you was going to get a fucking job. So, fellas, put your foot down. Oh, my rent is due tomorrow. Mine is too. My rent is due too. You feel me? Your rent? Yeah, your rent doing it first? Mine doing it first too. What's up? Oh, I thought you was going to help me pay it. How'd you pay it last month? So, I mean, come on, fellas. Y'all cannot be this sprung on the coochie. You know? At the end of the day, if you're that desperate for the coochie, then you deserve what happens after. Like I said, I know a lot of y'all probably ain't had sex in a while. And I know that when you get it, you get excited. You don't know what to do with it. But again, if it means you have to sell out and spend all your money just to get that, it ain't worth it, bro. It ain't worth it. So again, guys, some of this stuff you have to know. Like I said, a woman, she will use your game against you too. She knows you lack confidence. She's gonna go on your social media and see your sad posts about no woman wants to look at you because you're not attractive, and she's gonna play the game. You are sexy, baby. I love you. Have you all fucked up because you're not listening and you're not watching? Again, fellas, if she's out of the blue telling you you are sexy and you know something ain't right, believe your gut before you get the butt. Remember that, okay? Believe your gut over the butt. If you can do that, you'll be fine. Because some of y'all don't give a damn. You're like, well, I am ugly. I ain't had no booty in a year. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take a gamble on this booty. And that'll probably be the last time you get something. Something going to happen. Like I said, these women, they know how to finesse you. You think you're going to her hotel, but the trap boy's behind the door with the gun. I'm telling you, y'all got to be aware of this shit. This shit is happening too often because y'all blinded by the booty. So like I said, guys, I could write a whole book on how these women would get y'all, and y'all will fall for it. If I wanted to scam men right now, I could. Easy. There was a guy like 5 years ago before I got married, or maybe it was 7 years ago because I wasn't married yet. And he told me, I want to fly you out. He didn't know who I was yet. He didn't know what I did for a living. I want to fly you out. Any place you want. You choose a place and I'm going to fly you there. I said, really? He said, yeah. I said, any place I want. He said, yeah. I said, you're going to get me a ticket right now. And this fool said, yeah. I said, I'm going to need 5 tickets then. He said, why? I said, for me and my 4 kids. And he blocked me. So if you want to be a dumbass, I'm going to play the game. I'm going to play the game too. I used to do that back in the day. Or if a dude sent me an ashy dick pic, because some dudes would send some ashy dick pics and my husband knew all about it. He didn't want to see it, but I tell him. When a guy would send me a pic, I would send it right back to him. He'd say, why you sending me my shit back? And then it was just funny to do that because it threw him off. Why she sending me my own shit back? So I used to fuck around with people and fuck up their life. Or if a guy sent me a dick pic, I sent him a picture of him and his family. Oh, those were my favorite. They'll block me then. See, back in the day, I used to call men out on that shit too. Men did it all the time. Them ashy dick pics. I'm thinking it's a foot with a ashy foot. They need some lotion on it. I used to clown. So what I'm saying is, guys, we overall, we got to do better. I used to be in roast groups. Before I started doing this, back in the day, like in 2013, 2014, I used to be in this roast group where you roasted people. You made fun of them. You talked about their looks. It was wrong of me, but it was negative, and I loved it. I love clowning someone. So if a dude came in there, or if a woman came in there and said, "Oh, y'all look like dusty ass," I would find pictures of her that she didn't know that she had out there, and I would say, "Well, who's this?" It was fun. I was always on blocks. I was always getting on a 30-day ban because I would just go crazy in that group. Then I realized it was affecting my life. So what I'm saying, guys, is we have to grow and learn from the things we did and get better with life because it'll happen. And like I said, fellas, that book that you guys keep asking for, I'm going to write the shit. If I write this book and y'all don't buy the book, I'm shutting down all my social medias. I'm done. Because y'all been wanting that book, and now I'm working on it.
Well, it depends on where you selling it at. Because I need to know I need to know the avenue where you putting it at. So,
I don't know that yet. Okay, let me write the book first and get it written. Then I'll figure out. It ain't gonna be on no Amazon. So
I was gonna say I'm gonna write this book and nobody ain't gonna buy it. I'm like, where you going?
I don't think Amazon is gonna accept it. The book would have to say men ain't shit, and then Amazon would accept it. So I know Amazon ain't gonna want the book called "Shut the Fuck Up" because it's about women shutting the fuck up.
No,
Amazon ain't gonna support that.
Put the title. Listen. Instead of putting "women shut the fuck up," just put "shut the fuck up." That's it. You don't even have to put the title of women. Just put "shut the fuck up" as the title. That's it.
Okay, in the back is gonna say "women to shut up." Hold on, Bobby. You said 6 years for me, and I'm worried. 6 years what? I don't know what he's talking
Since
about.
the last time he had sex, that's probably what it is.
Oh, yeah, damn, Bobby. So. I'm worried too, Bobby. You okay over there, Bobby?
Damn.
What's wrong then, Bobby?
Because
Bobby, go to your nearest bar. Hold on, Bobby. Go to your nearest bar with $40. Your nearest bar, Bobby, with $40. And you'll see a whole bunch of women flock to where you're at. I'm just playing, Bobby. No, well, Bobby, you'll be all right, man. Like I said, guys, if it's been a while since you got some, don't become desperate. That's all I'm saying. Don't become desperate. Take your time. You'll find someone. Now, if it's been 6 years, Bobby, I'm going to assume you haven't been looking. You haven't been out there dating because there's too much booty around here for it to be 6 years for you, man.
I'm way too much booty, my friend. And free booty. Actually, cool chicks, free booty. They don't care as long as you're honest. Don't lie.
Would you say, yeah, be honest. Say, hey, it's been 6 years. And she's going to be like, you was in prison? No, it's just been 6 years. And let her know you just want to hit and quit. Some women love honesty. Tell her after I get some, I'm going to call you an Uber. Is that okay? She going to probably love you for that because you being real. What women don't like is when you hit it and then you tell her 3 minutes. And she said 3 minutes. Oh, for the next round? No, your Uber is pulling up in 3 minutes. They don't like that shit. They don't like that element of surprise. They feel like they feel like you used them. So at least let them know at the beginning. Let them know at the beginning after your little 2-minute session, there will be an Uber waiting. Okay? So what I'm saying, guys, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, main thing, just don't bring up sex. Don't. I say for like the first week or two, don't even bring it up. Right. Don't even mention it. Because the more you don't mention it, the more they're gonna want to fuck you, especially if you're actually attractive.
And if they try to get and fellas, this is one thing that I know women will be like, no, he didn't. If they try to get a kiss from me on the first day, let her know you want to take your time. You know, you're doing too much, lady. You know, I don't want no Lori Harvey's over here.
No.
Ain't no Lori Harvey's over here. Take your time.
They're gonna make her want to get you more because
she gonna want you more. Exactly. Give her some distance. Tell her, hey, I want to go to the movies. All right, I'll let you know if I have the time. Let her know that you ain't worried about that. So, Bobby, since it's been 6 years, man, you can't act like it's been 6 years. Can't be on her like a puppy. You got to give her that distance still. Hey, Bobby, I want to go to the movies. I'll let you know if I got time in my schedule. Now, Bobby, you know your schedule's full. I mean, it's not full, it's open. So, but you want to make her think it's full. Let her think that you don't love these hoes like that. You Snoop Dogg right now. I don't love these hoes. So what I'm saying, Bobby, if it's been that long because you don't trust women, you're going to have to trust somebody, bro. Because, I mean, 6 years is a very long time. That's probably a record. I don't know if any of these guys went that long unless they were in prison. That's a long time, Bobby. So all I would say to you is don't act desperate when you do get it. Take your time.
Take your time, man. I've been single for 7 years, and I've been playing the field like a motherfucker. And it's crazy because I've actually been able to use that to my leverage because every time they ask me like...
You know, they could be watching the show too, man. Be careful.
I don't give a damn. They already know what's up. They know what's up. They know what's up. And I stand on that. That's the one thing I can actually hang my hat on is the fact that I deal with women that at least have the respect. I have their respect, you know what I'm saying? And they know what it is. Like, we grown, long as you don't tell me no lies or feed me no bullshit. I'm cool. Just give me some dick and a good time, and that's it. I bet.
You're doing the voice and everything. You crazy.
Shit, that's how they be. They be like, Rail, you so cool. Like it's just you one of the few people I know that I can come over, get some dick, we can chill, smoke, and you ain't got to sit up there and ask me to drop you off and do no extra shit. Exactly.
Yeah.
I got my own crib. Don't worry about it.
Honesty is key. Like I said, you guys, honesty is key. And I know a lot of you guys want me to do this episode where, you know, you guys can see who's single or not. But all I can say for you guys is,
no, I'm not doing it.
Please take your time. I think the reason why.
There's the reason why I'm not doing it. Let me tell you why.
No, you crazy. I think you'll talk a woman to death. That should be
no.
I think you would. Tell about when you're 16. He said when I was 16, she's gonna be like, man, you grown now. Can we live now? I'm just playing. I'm gonna come back. No, but you have confidence in yourself, man. Talking about you don't want to do it.
Having confidence in myself. Listen, hear me out though. Seriously.
Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Grab your pillows.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You always do me like this?
Because you got to go left. You always. I'm gonna call your. Hey, change your name to Go Left. Because you go left with that. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, but no, for real. I'm on the road to recovery myself a little bit. I've been discovering things about myself I don't like and I want to improve. And before I want to bring another human being into my life, I wanted to make myself together, make sure I'm get together, make sure I feel accountable and stuff like that. That's the reason why I'm not ready yet for me to be in a relationship with somebody yet. I'm going to the gym 3 days a week. I just started recently going back to the gym. I'm trying to, get myself together. I love live streaming. I enjoy live streaming. I'm trying to build something off that. Then I'm trying to get ready for school soon, and like I want to develop this, myself, and I already have the confidence. It's just that I want to build. I want to show that I have the confidence, and that's going to the gym. Like they say, men have mental health. Also, I want to go to therapy. I want to make sure I want to be on the road to path to recovery to become a better man and a better person.
That's good.
So that's the reason why I'm not ready yet. So that's the reason why I would love to join the single show. Trust me, I would love to. But for me, as myself, as a man, and trying to become a better person, I'm being 100% honest. I feel like I'm not even well enough deserved not to be a leader yet. I can't, because I have been in multiple relationships, and each relationship I have been in, I have learned from. And the one thing I learned the most from any relationship I have been in with the opposite woman, with the opposite sex, that it's like I was never ready. I was always looked down on upon. I was always have problems and issues dealing with them, but that's more internally myself. So I want to fix myself internally make sure I'm right. So I can bring, so if I do decide to look for somebody or bring the next person in, I'll be better. I'll be a better person, and I'll be a better version of myself.
And more at
Okay,
peace.
so no, and I think
Yeah.
what you're doing is nothing wrong with that. In the show that I'm talking about, I'm not saying date the person on day one. Sometimes
Okay.
you need someone to. A part of therapy is talking about your problems, not holding it all
Right.
in. Now, yeah, it's cool to talk to a therapist and spend $150 to $200 an hour. Yeah, great. But there's nothing wrong with having a friend that you can talk to. You're supposed to become friends with someone before you become lovers, right? So
Right.
sometimes you might need a woman to just listen to you speak to about, and it doesn't have to be someone you see a future with. Sometimes you have that one friend that you can go to. You said one of your best friends is a woman, right? So
Yeah, she
that's
is.
when you start with getting some of that out of you, like the things you went through in your life.
Oh, I
Because
do.
while
Me and
you're
her
on the
talk
path,
all the time.
hold on.
Me and her talk all
While
the
you're
time.
on the path of self-discovery and getting better
Yes.
within yourself, you could
Yes,
be
ma'am.
blocking who God is trying to send to you because you have this attitude like, I want to be fixed before. Sometimes it's good to have a man who is building, who's working on something, because then you guys can work on it together. Nobody's perfect when you're meeting them. Everybody's fighting a battle. But if you wait and say, I'm going to wait until I'm better, what if that takes you years? You might have missed out on your Claire Huxtable. She gone, right? So all I'm
Right.
saying is don't be afraid to be open to having people to talk to, not to fuck or not to have relationships with, but just to
No.
talk to. See, when I
Right.
met my husband, I just got out of an abusive relationship about a year ago. I was abused. I was in an abusive relationship, and I'm open about talking about that. And it was done by the hands of a black man. So that didn't stop me from loving my black men. See, some women can be abused and say, I'm done with black men. It could be men in general, like Holly Berry when she said black men are bad because David Justice put his hands on her. So she went to two white men, and what happened? They did her the same. It wasn't black men, it's men. There shouldn't be any race behind it. So I was so traumatized from what he did to me. I didn't take it out on my husband. He first started to talk to me so I can talk to someone. And when I told him what I went through, he promised me I wouldn't have to go through that with him. So me putting my guard up first, it took him a few months to bring that guard down. And he did that. See, I could have went and saw a therapist, but it started with me talking to him. He didn't judge me. He didn't know me, just like a therapist, but he was free. He was free and he was my friend first. So again, guys, don't be afraid to be someone's friend and talk to them about your problems. It's cool to go see a therapist, but they're going to charge you money when a friend could have told you how to get through it for free. That is why I talk about mental health, guys, because I don't want you guys paying therapists $200 a session when I can tell you what's wrong with you now. Now, I can't make I can't make a diagnosis and say, hey, you're bipolar, go see. But I can make a recommendation. That way you'll know if it's worth you spending the money. Sometimes you don't need to spend no money. You can tell me what your problem is and we can figure it out together. Now you just saved hundreds of dollars, right? Because the therapist is going to make you think something's wrong with you so you can keep saying their asses every week. That's how they get money. It's like a doctor. You go in there for a physical, they tell you there's 50 things wrong with you, right? But you was fine before you went to the hospital. Now you got all these issues, right? So what I'm saying is it's a money thing. A lot of these therapists, they want the money. So they're going to tell you, yeah, you're fucked up. Yeah, there's some demons in you, and it might take 20 sessions to get them out. Now you're paying all that money, right? And I could have helped you for free. So, guys, don't be afraid to inbox me. What you tell me is confidential. You've never heard anybody doing a show about me exposing them for something they told me in private. If you tell me it in private, I cannot release it in public. You see how I cover up people's names? People ask me every day, tell me her name so I can find her. No. No means motherfucking no. Because when shit hits the fan, you think they're going to defend me? No, I didn't get it from Daphne. Yes, you did. And then I'm going to go down. So again, confidentiality is a big thing for me. So fellas, if you need someone to talk to unbiased, I won't judge you, but I will hold you accountable if I know that you're fucking up. There was a man who told me that he wants to make it work with his wife, but she's so loud and bitter and evil. He said, can you talk to us both? I said, sure, free of charge. His wife said, fuck her. Fuck that bitch. She can't help me. That's what she said. So, like I said, some women, they just don't want the help because they don't want to know how bad and fucked up they really are. So again, guys, I'm going to end it like this. All I can say to you guys is that you're worth it. And it's perfectly okay to talk to someone about your problems. If you don't want to talk to your spouse, then you shouldn't be with that person. You should be able to open up and tell them anything that is bothering you. And ladies, it's not about you all the time. It ain't no happy wife, happy life. That's a fucking lie.
You
Happy
know what, man?
spouse, happy house. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Both of them, both of you should be equally happy. It's not about a wife when you got a man out there breaking his fucking back, getting blisters on his hands, coming home with his back hurting, and you're watching him struggle and you're not even offering to help. If he tells you he's fine, he's lying. You need to dig deeper. He's not fine. It's just that's acceptable to you. Some men might even test you and say, "I'm okay. Okay, babe, have a good day." Okay, so I know this ain't the woman for me. Because a woman would say, "What you mean okay? Define okay. I'm okay." That's not an answer. Keep picking until he opens up to you. Because then he's going to know that that's the woman I need, who's going to break those walls down, not accept I'm okay. Right? So like I said, you guys, there's a lot of men and women that are suffering. Y'all ain't got to go pay these white people all this money. If you need some counseling, inbox me. Some people tell me, Daphne, I'm about to jump. Call me. Or I'm going to call your ass. Don't send me no half message like that thinking I'm not going to react, because I will. Don't have me sending people to your house, because I care about people. I really do. Just don't be lying. Tell the truth. So all I'm saying, you guys, so I'm going to let you guys both wrap up. I'll let you go first. Azure, go ahead. Any last words?
My last words for today, I'll say this. Thank you for having me on, as always, as usual. Appreciate you always, respectfully. As a woman, you are a true queen in my heart and a big sister to me. So always never stop doing what you're doing. Never stop being yourself, and always continue holding these people accountable, because I would love for you to hold me accountable as well if I done something wrong. That to me speaks volumes. And a lot of women don't understand to see that. A lot of women don't understand that if you hold each other accountable, we'd be better off fine. But some people want to avoid that. It's like kryptonite. They don't want to hurt. Some women don't even like being by themselves, because self-discovery. You could just, like I said, when I'm by myself right now, and I discover stuff about me that I didn't like. And I'm like, wow. And I'm like, wow, I need to work on that. I need to, become a better person. So always work on yourself, become the better version of yourself. And hey, if you find a woman along the way who wants to build with you, that's more good to me. So I will end on that note, madam. You have a good one. Happy Saturday, and peace.
Okay, you so crazy. Okay, bye. Have a good day, man.
You too,
okay,
man.
D, you on?
Yo,
D? Anything else you want to
yo.
say?
Lastly, I guess I appreciate you having me on, even though a couple streams ago I said I was a bit nervous getting on, but
Oh, did good, man. You were
cool.
confident on that screen.
I was cool. I was
You
cool with
showed your
that.
face and everything, man. I appreciate you.
No problem, no problem. It definitely took some steps to get there, but I do have one last question.
Yes.
I'm not going to regurgitate anything everybody else already said. You know you're doing a fantastic job. Keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, is there one situation that you was just dead wrong on that you can point out or kind of highlight?
No.
No.
There was a situation I was wrong. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I pick my battles.
Of course.
Now, if you're telling me if I ran someone that I had no background on that I can use, yeah. Because everybody I run don't mean that they have baby daddies and stuff like that. There's women that I ran who had no kids. They weren't big. They weren't overweight. They were decent looking. So I didn't have anything to say, well, I figured you'd say that. I would just roast them based off of what I see. But I haven't had one like that in a very long time. So usually when someone is in these groups, they're usually capping. That's why they're inside the group. Because they know they can't post it on their real page, right? Because their real friends will get them. Like, come on, sis, you lying. You married to blah, 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 right? So when women are in these groups, they can be somebody different. And that's when I expose them. If you look at a lot of the things I get people on, it was posted in a group. There is, again, like I told you guys, I'm in about 80 groups right now. 80 groups ain't even the most groups that's out there. There are thousands of groups out there that are private. You'll never know about them, but they're private. The only people that can see it is the people inside the group and, of course, Facebook. They can see it all day. But what I'm saying is there have been times where a woman might have said something to me and I didn't have – all I could do is roast her based off of her pictures that she has current. I might have ran her information because she said something real tough, and then there was nothing I can use to get her back. But why would I post that? So, and this might have been in the past that happened, but I'm not saying I'm always right, but I haven't been wrong lately. Like when that woman said that about I was hoping she wasn't really a nurse. I was hoping that she was lying, that it was just a front. But to know that it was real and that she felt that confident posting it, that's what scares me. Because a lot of your doctors might not even fuck with Black people like that. So they need to start doing better investigations into these healthcare workers, because a lot of your doctors are a part of the KKK. That's why a lot of Black people don't fuck with hospitals, because they're scared and they think something's wrong and they're going to die. It's the people that they're putting their life in their hands. They don't know who these people are. How many gunshot victims came into a racist hospital and they said, "Oh, we did all we could, ma'am," and they really didn't do all they could, like they would for Brad, right? So it happens every day. It happens every day. So, you know, when I get the big people, it feels good. But I'm not saying I'm always right, but I would say 98% of the time, I got you. Right? So does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on. Have a blessed day.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Like I said, guys, I want to say thank you. And eventually, hopefully my following can grow a lot bigger. I can keep holding people accountable. But like I said, I won't be doing this forever, because I do have my own mental health clothing line. And because of my husband's connections, a lot of people have been showing interest. So I might be veering off where I can't always hold people accountable. So it's always good to collaborate with people and show them what I do. Eventually, I want to pass my baton to someone else and show them how I do my things, how I get it done, because I won't be doing this forever. My mental health is the biggest thing for me right now for people. I don't want our Black people dying. And it starts with our kids. There's kids that are suffering with anxiety and depression, and a lot of parents don't even see it. So what I'm saying, you guys, is I really do care about our community, and I care about women and men. It hurts me sometimes that women don't see how much I love and care about them, because they're so blinded by their toxic attitudes and their bitterness for men in general. So again, I just want to be able to shed some light to people that there are some damn good men out there, and they are fighting every day to be a part of their kids' life. They're even trying to co-parent with these evil, bitter baby mamas, but the baby mamas just don't want to see that. They don't want to see him doing something positive. So ladies, all I'm saying is you got to let that anger go. And if it's hard for you to let the anger go, talk to me, reach out to me. I'm not hiding anything. Y'all women be looking for stuff. Like women are telling me, "Oh, she's not really married." If I'm not really married and I'm lying about being married and lying about being then expose me. Expose me, because I have nothing to hide. I'm one of the few people that have nothing to hide. I'm not going to tell women to do better, and I'm not doing better myself, right? So guys, all I'm saying is we have to do better. We have to be able to be there for each other. And yeah, Brill, I was diagnosed with GAD myself. There was a point in time where I couldn't even go into stores, y'all. I used to trip. I used to trip bad. So this mental health thing, it's real. Unless you're going through, you got some NBA players that can't get on planes because of their anxiety. It's real out here, but y'all laugh at stuff like that because it hasn't hit you yet. But it will if you keep laughing at people. The feeling is not good. When you're having a panic attack, you feel like you're about to die. It's a real feeling. And if men are going through what we're going through in silence, I don't know how y'all do it. So guys, if you're listening to me right now and you are suffering with panic attacks and all this stuff, you ain't got to suffer alone. I got some breathing techniques I can help you with. And I got some different things you can get from GNC that would help you. That's not the pill thing. You don't need no pills. You can do this naturally. You're worth it. But when your kids see you getting up and taking off, that's that fight or flight method. I know all about that. I was in a hospital for 2 weeks, guys, with mental health issues back in the day. 10 years ago, ask my husband. We almost didn't make it because I was crazy with this mental health. And you know what? I'm going to have an episode on mental health. Maybe that'll be my next show, because I think you guys need to understand why I care so much and why I get mad when people steal my memes, because these pages don't go through what we're talking about. They just want it for the click factor. So if you're trying to go viral off of a meme that I created with my own personal opinion, I think that's kind of weird, guys. It's like somebody rocking a shirt from Georgetown and they don't even go to school. That's weird. Who does that? So all I'm saying is mental health needs to be bigger. I've been talking about this for years. Nobody was listening. Now NFL, NBA, now they all want to talk about it. But we should be caring more about these men. Men are suffering in silence. Women, We get all the research. I can go to the hospital right now saying I'm having a panic attack. Oh, come here. Let's check your blood pressure. We're going to be here. But a man, can you write his name down? Give us about an hour or so. Men are not looked at the same way we are. And that's why I have a problem with that. So again, guys, I want to say thank you for attending the show today. I will be doing a mental health episode. Any man or woman that's going through mental health, I want you on the show. And let's talk about it. Because what you're going through is not weird. You're not crazy. Don't listen to your family or friends who think that you're crazy. Because that's what they call us, right? You can beat it. You can get through it. You just got to have the right people in your corner. Okay? So I hope y'all all have a good Saturday. And like I said, I got some content coming for you guys. We're going to have a lot of fun. But I want to say thank you to all the people that have subscribed to me. I promise you, I won't let you down. I will continue doing everything I can do. And I'm hoping one day that we can have more women that do this. Because if more women stood up for our men, I think we would have less problems in the world. But right now, women are just enjoying the benefits, right? We need to start standing up. Our men need us. They protected us back in the day when they were getting hung from trees. Why can't we return the favor, right? So I hope you guys have a great Saturday. I love you all. If anybody needs any guidance, I'm free. Reach out to me on Instagram, CelebriD. It's right there on the top where the little thing is going through in the pink. You can see how to spell it. I'm easy to find, okay? There's no excuse. If I don't get to your message, give me a chance. I have to go through a lot of stuff. People send me dumb stuff too, okay? So just know that I'm reading it and I got you, okay? Guys, have a good Saturday. Stay blessed.